streets of Toivoa. Most recently down here in South Cove, where you have taken a bit of a break from chasing down Vagradan and have done some political wheeling and dealing. Last week, you made a deal with a demon lord in exchange for giving him a very large orb of annihilation. He would close the portals that bring the Sturges here. You completed the deal and have now made an appointment for a challenge against Lady Ilmarrow, who is the linchpin to the Karth family taking over South Cove. We left you guys at the Karth estate last week, preparing to go to town to face off against Lady Ilmarrow. The question becomes, what would you like to do?
So, what time of day is it? When did we leave off?
You guys left off just getting a long rest because you guys wanted to get all your ducks in a row prior to going
So
to town.
according to the contract, all we have to do is notify them that we've delivered the Spear of Annihilation, which they know already, I'm sure.
Right.
I mean,
We are obligated to notify them, so we don't actually have to do that in person.
Correct.
I mean,
So
Lady Ilmarrow is his agent, so
That's
we
right.
could just tell her, hey, we did it, and that would count for purposes of the contract.
well, we could practically send her a paper bird,
I mean-
but
Oh, heck with that. If this is South Cove, singing telegram.
I like saying telegram.
Well, that's actually a pretty good idea.
Those should probably eat the messenger.
Just thinking telegram.
Yeah, that's the guy you want to send.
We'll never see the guy. Whoever we send, we're never going to see again. You know that, right?
Right.
That's their problem, not ours.
But
I would like to stop by the Anacrona farm.
The Omnipharmacon?
Yeah, that one.
yeah, I think I was just going to rest today.
Well, yeah, Rose would actually approach him and just ask him how are you doing, Echo?
In relation to what? I mean,
Well, how are you feeling after that? You collapsed after casting that spell.
oh, yeah. I still don't. I mean, I feel better today than I did yesterday, but it's going to be. I'm very weak. I mean, it's going to be 7 days, I think, before at least a week before I get my strength back. That's why I said, it's probably best if we just send notification that we've delivered the sphere and maybe take our time to get our rest back.
I mean,
delivering that sphere was not easy. It's much harder than
I see.
I actually thought it was going to be.
I thought it was pretty easy. Amber says, as you saw him panting and sweating and just being miserable out there.
Yeah.
Well, then, are we going to wait a week until we challenge her
I mean,
for you to recover?
so I mean, my magic's not affected. My magic's not affected, but physically, I'm just, I'm practically handicapped, I think. I may need a walker to get in there, but once I get in there, I have my magic that's at full power. But it would probably do best if we did wait a week.
Well,
As excited as I am to get into another scrap, I think it's best that we probably go in at full strength.
That's fair enough. Well, then, I can go inform Lady Ilmarrow that, we've held up our end of the bargain.
And
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, one option we have for the next week is that there are places that Veritrax has gone and devastated, and we could go do some disaster relief. We have that ability without stretching our resources.
Sounds like a good idea.
I don't think you should, yeah, I don't think you should go see Ilmaro without Ricard, though. I mean, he is like really, he is the representative and we are his agents. I mean, he's the official, spokesperson for the family, and we are his hirelings or minions or henchmen or whatever you want to call it, I guess.
I am not above you guys. We are all equal here.
I mean,
Well, you could just send a notarized letter.
For the purposes of the town.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know what?
As far as support work goes, as far as I know, Vagardan's only. How do I want to say this?
Raised Shimahaba?
Did he raise Shimahaba too?
Well, it wasn't raising it. Well, raise is a word. He was attacking it.
Well, I remember he finished the job we did on Sahua.
I'm sorry, it wasn't Sahua, it was Shimahaba. I don't think there's nothing really much left in Sahua. Hold on, you know what? Let me. Rose
I'm surprised these cities don't have better defenses. It seems like.
What are you gonna do against a 3-mile-long adamantium dragon?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, from that scrying I did, they were putting up as much of a fight as they could. It just couldn't really hurt him.
Yeah, more than one place. I thought I recall him
Eventually,
fishing.
you think he's gonna encroach on some other dragon's territory, and
not many other dragons can go toe to toe with him.
Probably not.
Rose is
He's
going
the
to
size of some dragon's territory.
will be cheeky, and she's going to reach into Echo's bag and pull out the Eye of Kydra.
Okay.
because he can't stop me.
What do you mean, his 3 strength?
Yeah, with his 3
really?
strength.
Oh, really? You want to test that? Yeah, go ahead.
Alright,
But she will. You know what? I'm feeling adventurous today. She will attempt it without drinking the potion of advantage because I'm starting to run out. So this is the time I'm going to roll double ones. Just watch. But I am going to give it a old college try. So roll 1d20 plus 13.
Though we may need to get Echo like a harness to carry him around because right now his carrying capacity is 45 pounds.
That's right.
We can put him on Ricard's back.
Yep.
All right. So, Sweet August Rose, what would you like to scry upon? If you have Eye of Kydrin.
Could she just scry on a whole? Like, I think you have to be a specific object. So saying Shimahaba would not, because that's not something you could see with the eye, because that's a giant ass city.
You can mention a landmark in the city.
She'll just try. Let's see what happens when she says Shimahaba.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So you're going to say Shimahaba. Awesome.
I was pulling up the item information here, but D&D Beyond is
Cool. So
not cooperating.
Find yourself on the outskirts looking at the sign that says "Welcome to Shimahaba."
That's pretty much it. So you will scry upon Shimahaba.
Is he still there?
He is still there. And for some reason, my connection is being really slow at the moment.
We are having a lot of electrical storms in the area right now.
Let's say, with my D&D Beyond, won't pull up my inventory with the.
So Vagradan is currently resting in the ruins of Shimahaba.
Well, that's good. He decided to stay there. All right.
Does it look like completely raised?
There are several buildings that are intact.
Well, yeah, and do I see anybody moving around, or it's a complete ghost
There are
town?
several that are moving around and collecting things and bringing them to him.
Well, he is a dragon. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she'll watch for the 10 minutes, but I doubt anything more interesting is going to happen.
Yep.
And she'll just say, "Well, okay, good news.
The only things that happen other than people bringing things to him is that he is consuming the offerings. He's eating the various
Like they're giving-
supplies.
So are they giving him like gold, like normal dragon
Gold.
stuff with?"
Treasures, slaves, whatever they can possibly bring him is what they are bringing him.
Okay, that's concerning.
Livestock, drugs. You see entire crates of goods going in.
Out of character thought, does he need to like recharge or something? Like, is he resting, recovering?
I have no idea. It could be if I was a cynical person, I could be thinking like, oh, he's trying to get worshippers, because that tends to have nasty effects in fantasy worlds.
I imagine he has to recharge every once in a while.
He's also a dragon. He just might be being lazy.
Very true.
Yeah,
Yep.
those are all possibilities. Yeah, Rose will relay that to the others. So good news, he's still in Shimahaba. So bad news is he's still in Shimahaba. So going there to help them is probably an extremely bad idea.
We need to see how long it's going to take for our own backup to get ready for this fight.
Perhaps we should feed him gold.
Remember, he gave away everything. His house was poor.
Yeah, well, yeah, he eats it and then I don't know. He throws it back up when he wants to give it away to people. I don't know, man.
Well, and now he gave away. He was like, remember the story of like he basically created gold and he basically gave everything away to people. He didn't have a lair I'm sure that he didn't have a hoard.
Yeah, it flowed off his island like rivers. Yeah.
He ate non-food items.
Yeah, he was there. Well, Vagradan was eating everything. Just any offerings they gave him, which, kind of reminds me of how clerics operate, where deities want sacrifices. But I don't know. Does that give him god powers?
Yeah, because is he a flesh and blood dragon, or is he like an incarnation?
We don't really know.
That's a good question. We don't know.
He was slain before, so
I think he is kind of a monstrosity.
Yeah.
I mean, just literally thinking about biology, you can't eat gold and stuff, but you're saying that it's an offering, so maybe there's something more to it.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're very well could be right. I mean, he might, something about him that may be how he powers himself in general. I mean, you gotta take a lot of calories to fly around when you're 3 miles long and made of adamantine.
I mean, oh my god, I forgot what I was gonna say. I just had a complete brain fart. Wow.
It could just potentially, it might have insight into a weakness if we understand how he gains strength.
Yeah, well, good point.
What was I gonna say? Oh my goodness, I forgot what I was gonna say.
We probably need to talk to Big A about that though, to get that kind of insight. Not many people are gonna have that. That knowledge, and the ones who do are very unlikely to share it with us.
Yeah, as far as like whether or not he's like a real living being or some sort of construct, I mean, he was giving birth to miniature versions of himself before we stopped him from doing that.
Oh.
I mean, you gotta think of
That was like a magical ritual of some kind. It wasn't like a natural birth.
Right.
Well, true. Yes. So
That's what. This is for the magic and cleric people and stuff. But if he's looking at it through a hunter's point of view and saying he can't eat gold, right? This is his premise.
Yeah.
So maybe if we could find remains or something of those things that you burst, maybe we could get those things also some type of incarnation. Would a construct give birth to live things?
They were eggs that acted like bombs and exploded with little miniature versions of
The
himself.
thing about it is that was like more powers given to him. That wasn't like a natural effect.
Yeah.
August Rose, you've been granted inspiration by
Oh.
Susan.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me see. I'm gonna need it
Yeah.
soon. Thank you.
Yeah, we gotta stockpile those after we blew a lot.
Yeah, we blew all of ours. Yeah, making sure Echo didn't lose his 9th level spell.
Right.
But
right.
there's a lot
Well,
to think on in general, though. Like it could be this could be his weakness, and could be teaching us a lot here. So, but I think we should ask Big A about A, his timeline of recovery, and B, what he knows about Vagardam being like this.
Yeah.
And because the thing is, we brought Vagardam back. He was just 2 skulls, and he literally we watched him come together in flesh.
Yes.
But what that flesh entails, I don't know. Besides the fact it was flesh.
yes, when we met him, or when we first encountered him, it was just 2 giant skulls, and then everything else was created out of the ether. Right,
Ether and
well-
bad decisions.
Yeah, luckily the person who was responsible is dead now. We made sure of it. So
We made sure of it.
yeah, we did. We saw it with our own eyes.
We did.
I also died then too.
It was a very heroic death, Amer.
I guess we made sure of that as well.
I mean, yeah, I suppose we could. There are several things I would like to ask Amarazi, but Echo, are you able to communicate with him? Just like,
Not. I don't have any extra channel of communication, so I mean, I could use like message or something like that, but I mean, we haven't actually seen him since
oh yeah, since he took
he
off.
came back. Yeah, I mean, you guys saw him, but I never even saw him.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's hard to deal with an absent father. She apologizes as she puts her hand on, comfortingly on his shoulder.
But if we stay at the pinnacle like
Yeah.
we have been doing, I mean, he'll show up.
I mean,
Probably.
we're
Yeah.
also able to pass messages through Nathaniel, I believe his name was
Nahaliel.
Nahaliel.
Yep.
So
And the Hollywood's probably just using message of some kind.
I mean, probably, but we could always arrange like, hey, we're here, like talk. Can you
Yeah.
Yep.
can you put us on your calendar?
We'll have an audience soon, I'm sure.
Send a meeting invite.
Yeah, send a meeting invite.
Well, Echo, while you're resting, since you want to take the next few days off, Rose will reach into her bag and pull out these 2 gold rings. I think we discussed this earlier about making it so that these 2 rings are enchanted so that the 2 people bearing them can communicate telepathically.
Oh, yeah, that's probably possible. Kind of like sending stones, right?
Kind of like sending stones, except they could just do it permanently as long as they're on the same plane of existence.
Yeah.
Is that for you and Ricard?
What? No. Why would I need that? We're right next to each other.
Oh, they just might want to talk to each other.
She
Wow.
quirks an eyebrow. No, I may need to talk to people who are, a continent away.
Mm.
And this would allow me to stay in communication with, like, say, for example, my shadow, if I left her to do something in Bourbon.
Eric, sending stones are a wondrous item.
Yeah.
basically they use the sending spell.
Mhm.
How hard would it be to
Not hard.
redo something like that?
It's not hard at all.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Isn't there a telepathy spell D&D 5e?
There is.
The telepath.
That's harder,
yeah.
but still within the realm of reason.
Telepathy is an 8th level spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
The difference being that you can share senses with telepathy, I believe. With the sending stones, you can only communicate language.
Right.
Well, the census thing would actually be really handy if you could do that.
I guess I can try it. It's going to be hard. So Eric, if I created these rings so that they could basically have a permanent telepathy spell paired between them.
Yep.
The normal spell's a 24-hour duration.
Right. So we're trying to extend it to 24 hours, and it's an 8th level spell.
Yep.
So it's 10 plus double the spell level, and we'll add 10 for making it a permanent thing. Pretty straightforward. Yep. So that's 36.
36.
Gold cost.
I know that's within your range with all the buffs that your party can get you.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have to roll a 20 on the die, I think. No, wait, no, I don't. Yeah, I can hit that. So.
Yeah, with
potion of advantage. Yeah, help from the group with like guidance and maybe potion of advantage. I think I could hit that.
I can give you guidance. And I can give you a pat on the back and say, "Good boy." That's my guidance.
Is that a 10? Is that a D10?
Well,
D4.
It's a D4, but you do get a negative for being patronized by an aimer. So I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right, so I will basically spend the day doing this.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and she'll give him the potion advantage so he can try.
It's going to take 24 hours to do this, but you can do that.
Yeah, he can take his time. Like, this is just something to occupy his mind so he doesn't get bored, lying in bed. He's an adventurer, so he has mandatory ADHD. Just sitting and healing is not something a lot of people or a lot of adventurers can handle, I feel like.
Yeah.
All right,
well, I'll give it a shot. This is what I'll do today.
Okay.
Ricard is going to say, "Oh, speaking of magic items," he runs off to his room and comes back with like a handful of things, and he's like, "Now that Rose has honored me with Star Shatterer, I've kind of stretched my attunement thin, so I have these things if anybody wants them." And he lays out the Fiend Shard of Prismatic Power, Gauntlets of Flaming Fury, and a Cloak of Protection, if anybody wants those.
We should definitely hang on to the Fiend Shard. We might have a use for it. Do you think you'll be able to use it again in the future?
I would certainly like to.
Then let's definitely hang on to it, because that's unless we need gold urgently for some crazy reason.
Can you post those? I forgot what the gauntlets do.
Sure.
Why is my inventory not working?
Yeah, I'm having trouble too. Let me see if.
Yeah, I think D&D Beyond is
that Fiend Shard is huge. Sorry, the gauntlets and cloak are at the top.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, so that's just a normal cloak.
Yeah, my rolls aren't going to roll 20.
Yeah, I think roll 20 is about to die. Oh yeah.
Did it?
Yeah, I'm refreshing right now, and it's endless loop of death. So that's a great sign. While you wear both,
cloak is always good if you have a slot open at least.
Any non-magical weapon you grasp is considered. Can use gauntlets. Oh, so it's only melee weapons. Okay. While it's definitely interesting, it's not really that good for a monk.
I need to go back to Nausea as well.
Fiend Shard of Prismatic Power. You know what? I do have a spare slot right now. So I guess it doesn't hurt for her to put that on right now for the time being. 4 attacks with extra damage is nice.
True.
Yeah, she'll take the fiend
Must
shard.
say that, or you can use the displacement cloak as well once we get it back from.
Oh,
It's
Amor.
it's one of those things. I'm swapping it between a couple. I have depending on the situation, depends on my my usage of different things.
Do beings with true sight suffer that disadvantage, or is it just anything, or is it always?
I
For
don't
the
think there's
cloak,
any way to overcome it. Yeah.
so the cloak is just if you take damage, the property stops. I mean, like.
So
It's anything that can see you, I think.
so like
It's anything that can see you.
a demon with true sight would be fooled by those duplicates.
Yes.
That's actually most of the things we fight do have true sight nowadays.
It's not
decision.
duplicates though, right? It's more like a blur spell, right?
It's more like a blur, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a blur kind of, yeah. Well, I just figured because it is like an illusion, so like true sight is not fooled by.
Yeah, I
illusion,
gotcha.
so.
Let me tell you something. If that went through it, the item would be a lot cheaper than it is.
Fair enough. But you know what? I think I am already pretty hard to hit, so I think we should hold on to that cloak because that is just always useful to have.
We're definitely hanging on to it. It's just I've been swapping it between that and my Amulet of the Devours. So if I'm going to be casting more spells, I'm going to use the amulet, and if I'm going to be not doing that, then I'm going to be dodgy.
Fiend shard, prismatic. Yeah, she'll add she'll take the fiend shard and she'll put it on her chest. How you said it was like grapefruit sized?
Yeah,
Eric. Okay, so it's kind of too big to fit on like the back of her palm or something like that, or her forehead. All right, well then she'll just put it like on her chest.
All right.
Yeah.
And
Careful, it stings.
Bury its claws deep into you, and it hurts.
Well, that's the thing, Rickard. Existence is suffering. She says through grit teeth as she attunes this item.
Okay.
I'll put that on our equipment belt.
Existence is not suffering. Existence is awesome. Existence is like fresh lettuce and a back rub.
And then she'll...
I'm going to disagree with Mr. today on that one, just on principle. But
I'm gonna remove the fiend shard from my inventory.
Ow. That is painful, but... Alright, well, I will give this a shot. Let's see. As a 1 hour... Oh, it's a 1 hour ritual, so she has to do that for an hour. Okay. In the meantime... Well, while we're waiting for Echo to get better, we can either... Okay, out of character, we can either basically do a time skip and inventory management stuff, because I know Amor wants to go shopping and things like that, or so we could time skip a week and then get to the fight, or like what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking in that direction. I've got stuff I want to do each day, but it's like, it's almost like action and, one action a day is basically what I want to do.
We can gloss over a lot of it.
Yeah, it feels like
So
maybe out of character we can shop in South Cove and then like hang out at the Endless Pinnacle for a little while.
Are you going to be teleporting them around, Echo?
No.
he's resting, guys. Our taxi needs his rest.
Yeah.
Taxi's in the shop.
I think today the only thing I'm going to do is this.
Hey. So I do need to be taxied to Nausha. I have to go bring this amulet back to Judith.
Oh, that's right. We did make that agreement. Now we did say we said a week, right?
Yep.
No, I said a couple days.
Yep. So.
Yep.
Let's get that liability off our books as quickly as possible.
Yes. I don't want Judith angry at me.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, knowing my knowledge of magic, there shouldn't be any ill effects for Echo to cast spells. It's just that as long as he doesn't do anything more than light activity, he rests even faster and recovers faster. Yeah. He'll actually recover in 4 days if he doesn't do anything more than light activity.
Yeah, keeping faith with Judith is important. Yeah.
Yes. I can't upset it. There's very few people Aimer is afraid of. Judith is one of them.
Yeah, that makes
Leslie
sense.
is the other.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I want to look at something.
No, there's also
Oh,
Miss
wait.
Olia. Don't forget Miss Olia, Dark. You're scared of her too.
No, Aimer just hates her.
Just hates her, yeah.
Okay,
Not
so
scared of her, just doesn't like her.
Yeah, they have that.
yeah, I guess Echo could teleport you there
All
one
right.
day this week. But today he's just doing the amulet, so
Okay.
he'll roll for his enchantment today.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, my shopping experience is I do very little things.
No sweat. You easily make it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I'm not afraid to set super high DCs for you guys.
Yeah, that I couldn't hit that for a long time.
Right.
The rod really kicked it into high gear.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
the only
now-
DC we're worried about is if our internet goes out.
Now, Aimer,
Yes.
we're going to montage you going to Nausea, being teleported there, going through Judith's, etc. Right?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And also, I would like to make a small purchase of something very easy.
Sure. What's up?
I would like to buy 5 level 2 scrolls,
Of?
and those scrolls are. Hold on, I gotta hit back.
Because she may or may not have them. People have been buying a lot of her stuff.
Protection from
Yeah.
poison.
She does have those.
Right, like 5 protection
Yes.
from poison.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to try. Yeah.
Yeah, so
If you want to save some money, though, my Coatl was going to triple cast that.
It's also because of the fact that it neutralizes the poison. So if some of us get poisoned again, I want to have it on hand.
That's fine.
Also, I think Vagradan might also do poison damage. No, or is it acid and fire?
Acid
I
and
forget.
fire.
That's it, I think.
It's
You know-
green. Acid and poison are the same thing, really. They're both green.
No. That's color.
That's 120 each, so it's like 600.
Yes, sir. Aimer,
That's it. Yeah.
you do have one other point of business, and this is optional, but it is something that I have come to expect from you as a character.
Okay. In my skywriting time, or
Yes. What messages are you
Ooh.
leaving in Nausea for skywriting? So I need a list. Just send it to me whenever.
Okay. Yeah.
Advertise the fight with Lady Elmar.
Sunday.
That's a fucking great idea.
The best part
Ricardo
of
is
this-
really fond of the idea of having like some kind of champion fight in South Cove, like over time, like reoccurring. That's like a great idea for tourism.
The best part of this, Aimer, is the first 7 of these, which I don't need you to write the first 7, just give me a list of them after the fact. The first 7 of these, no one's going to be in town to watch them.
Oh, that's too
I
bad.
mean, the thing about it is, the words will come up. Like they'll be like, oh, did you see these things here? That's part of the fun. All right, so you need 10. I got 10 for you.
Whatever you want to give me.
I'm just gonna add.
This is
my
just
scrolls.
an in-character thing that I've become accustomed to having Aimer do.
Unlike my ballpoint pen of annihilation.
Right. Which ain't happening anytime soon.
Not that my fun little NPC self.
I know.
That's fine. I'm perfectly okay with this. I can buy the other item for 10k. That'll work just fine.
Okay.
All
Cool.
right. So yeah, you can go on. I was gonna updating my
Awesome.
inventory properly.
Very cool. Anyone else want to do anything over the time that you guys are spending here at the Von Karth estate?
Oh, I'm gonna craft while I'm there, I suppose.
Okay. What are you crafting?
I'm just gonna craft more level 1 scrolls.
Okay.
I have a lot of downtime and I have a lot of ink and paper. So I'll let you know here.
Okay.
So would
Do
you
you-
like
do
some
you-
help with crafting scrolls? Because I have some free time, and other than doing the some divinations and such, I'm available to craft for you.
Oh, right. Well, speaking of, thank you for reminding me. Test tube. That spell you cast the other day, the one where you could ask yes or no questions. Do you always receive correct answers when you ask those questions?
You got to bear in mind, I'm a cleric of Anwa. Correct is relative.
That's fair.
Would you mind casting that spell for me? And is it acceptable for me to give you questions to ask on
Oh,
or
sure. Sure, yeah. You just got to bear in mind that the further the chain goes for asking the question, the more sarcastic the answer tends to get.
Well, I mean, if it's just a simple yes or no,
You'd be amazed.
That's
I mean,
actually-
there's yes and there's yes.
so yeah, Rose will actually pull out a piece of paper and start writing down this. Eric, what's the name of Cervantes' castle? Like, does it have a name, like El Muro or something like that, or is it just
no,
the castle?
It's just
Like-
you would only know it as the Citadel of Bourbon.
Yeah, Citadel Bourbon. Okay, that's fine. All right, she's gonna
Probably
write.
does
I mean,
have a name. I should have a name for that.
it's a Citadel of Evil. It should have a name.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just retcon it later. So that's fine.
I like El Morro de Bourbon
El Muro de Bourbon. Okay,
just because that's where my parents got engaged. Was El Morro de Arturo,
nice.
Puerto Rico.
Okay, so she's gonna write this down. It does, or is the urn that contains De La Rosa's.
Oh, just bear in mind
So,
that the gods know what is, not necessarily what people's say intentions or plans are.
I don't need those. I just need to know what is. I know where this item is. It's in a closet. Unfortunately, I don't know where that closet is, and when you cast that spell yesterday and explained how it worked, I believe I might be able to find out where that closet is. Is there in the Citadel of Bourbon? Bourbon. Yeah, so that's the yes or no question she wants answered, and if the answer is yes, she's gonna start going floor by floor. Like, can you ask? So she writes that down in an almost like a very neat calligraphic handwriting, and hands Testu that note.
Testu looks it over, nods, and says, "Okay, I can do that. Do you have follow-up questions? For example, if they say yes, do you want to know if it's on, say, the western half, the northern half?"
Yes. So, well, if the answer is yes, I'm gonna go floor by floor because it's a multi-storied building. And if the answer is no, I'm gonna ask, is it in Bourbon, and then is it in Reston, and then so on, and expanding outwards.
I suppose that could work. You could always give it a try.
I appreciate it, Testu. This is actually very important to me.
Oh, certainly, I can tell. So lets me just get this casted, and he draws a quick ritual circle and taps it with some chalk, and you see his eyes glow a faint purple, and he mutters the question under his breath, asking to the divine patron, is the urn that contains Valentina de la Rosa de la something something soul in the Citadel of Bourbon?
I love that. Something in Bourbon.
I am too tired to. I know enough Spanish to know I am too tired to try and properly pronounce it.
All right. So the current answer that comes back is yes.
Tessitende just gives Rose a thumbs up.
Okay, so yes. Is the urn that contains Valentina de la Rosa's soul in the basement?
Tessitende plays this awkward game of telephone with the divine on Rose's behalf.
Yeah.
Very well. We will gloss over this and allow you.
How many questions do you get? I'm sorry, it's
3.
3. Okay, so yeah, we'll
3.
just yeah. She's gonna
Yeah.
so she gets 2 more. So is it on the basement, and then is the answer yes or no?
It could be considered that way.
Tessitende gives kind of a sideways thumbs up, followed by a regular thumbs up.
The dungeon?
The answer is no.
Huh. Okay. And then that's it. So that's 3 questions. Rose nods and just says, "Okay, that's enough for now. Thank you. That actually narrows it down considerably."
Yeah, indeed. Like, while I could technically chain cast the spell, let's just say that the entities I ask will run out of patience long before I run out of spell slots.
I see. Uh, is there like some sort of, do we have to appease them, or do we just wait until we can bother them again?
I would just wait before bothering them again, unless it's something super urgent.
I understand. Well, I've been waiting a century, so a few days doesn't hurt. Thank you, Testu.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
if you want to get some sort of soul urn retrieved, I could certainly see us rallying behind that. Soul urns tend to be something not divinely kosher.
Oh no, the place where it's being held. Maybe I could sneak in. Maybe Aimer could if he tagged along with me. But no, it's not the place we could access. Just knowing it's there helps my plans. Because before I did not know where it was. I just knew it was in a closet somewhere. It could have been anywhere.
Well, if it's just being stored in a closet instead of a vault, it can't be that valuable. Maybe
Well-
just offer to buy it off him.
She chuckles at that. If only it were that simple.
Well, how valuable can it be if it's just like in a closet somewhere?
Well, it looked like a closet. I mean, I say closet because it was a small, secure space. It might be a vault or a safe of some sort. But yeah, she's just laughing at the idea of buying this. Oh, if only it were that simple. But
Hey, as centuries go by, the knowledge of how valuable things that have been inherited is tends to go down.
Inherited
Unfortunately-
certainly is a word for this.
unfortunately, we're dealing on elvish time scales here, so 100 years isn't that long. But I appreciate the idea. I truly do hope that, who knows? Fate is a funny thing. Maybe I will be able to buy it back someday.
It couldn't hurt to look into the financial situation of those who have it.
He's doing pretty well. He's not hurting for gold, from my understanding.
I don't know. Those who are really hurting for gold tend to be good at putting on a facade that they aren't hurting for gold.
True. I heard there have been disruptions in the frenzy business lately, and the economic damage from Shimahaba and Suwa being destroyed actually could be affecting his finances. Now that I think about it,
Roll
I
an
mean-
insight check.
insight.
Yes, ma'am.
Yay, pretty good.
With a 23, Bourbon and Shu are competitors. Shimahaba being decimated would benefit Bourbon.
Well, I thought because Bourbon deals in the slave trade, and I thought Shu would be a big buyer for him.
Supplier.
Oh, so okay.
So his supplies are running low.
But I mean, that just means demand is
Right.
demand is the same, so he's just jacking up his prices.
Exactly.
Potentially in the long term, this could drastically affect him. But in the short term, he's fine. He's one of the wealthiest people I'm aware of, outside of Judith. Yeah, Judith is truly a force. Like, I never really understood how much wealth she has, but then until I started thinking about it and realized she could probably destroy all of Toivoa by simply dumping her holdings. She would destroy the economy of every civilized nation, I think.
And this is gonna sound a bit silly, probably, and I don't know if you've considered it. Short-lived creatures tend to have a bit more of a get it done now philosophy. But this person, why do they have this item that you desire?
Ooh, that is a very astute question. Would
Nope.
Sweet August Rose reveal this to Testudinidae?
Not right now. Soon. But she's because she only met him like
Mhm.
a week, like not even a week ago. She thinks about it and she just says leverage is probably the most obvious answer. But
Well, you have certainly become a rather famous adventurer. Have you
Oh.
considered just asking for
Heavens.
it?
This isn't the kind of person I could deal with. No. Trust. I understand you're trying to be helpful and give suggestions, but there are things I have not revealed to you, contexts that you're not aware of that make this impossible. Rest assured, Tester, you will learn about all of this eventually, but not right now.
As long as it's not filled with elithid tadpoles when the tobacco is not marked with a grand design, I think we'll be fine.
There are no lithids as far as I'm aware. Lots of demons, though, and souls. And some sort of entity that hungers from beyond, which I have to learn more about, which is something I can ask Amarazi for. I'm sure Amarazi might have information that might be helpful. As she's going over this, she's gotten a piece of wood from the garden, and she's starting to carve that into like a little cane for Echo. Basically a replica of her master's, except half as tall.
You mentioned like an entity from beyond that hungers. It reminds me of the ancient god of alimony.
No, this being isn't a god. It's some sort of outsider, I believe, is what the succubus in Shalash called it.
Yeah, that's right.
And if I had to guess, she said they embody various aspects like hunger and things like that. And I would assume, based on the person's behavior, that he is attached to this being that embodies hunger and greed. But that's speculation. That's just more information I have to uncover. I have to work on.
Well, when you feel like sharing more, I'm sure we may be able to uncover, the leverage of this item. You can always simply remove the leverage, and then the item loses its value.
Well, as long as I exist, that leverage will exist. But if I could steal it, that's definitely an option. But I think that would be something Amer and I would have to focus on specifically.
But aren't you becoming so one with the universe that at some point you might not technically exist?
Maybe. I've thought about that. What happens if I lose all of my attachments? Would I become truly free and untethered by everything here? But I've thought about the state of Toivoa, and I want everyone to experience the wisdom that I have attained. So I'm purposely holding back when it comes to my attachments. I want to stay as a compassionate guide to the others. But that's plans for the far future. We may not live past tomorrow, so there's no point worrying about that kind of stuff.
Kick that can down the road.
Rickard, you like on the second or third on the second morning, do you want to go talk to Lady Omaro?
No, just let her know we completed the deal.
Yeah, just let her know that the spear's been delivered.
I wasn't joking when I said singing telegram.
I know, and I like that idea.
I mean, she killed the guy Feng sent to the other room to get her, so...
yeah.
I think if we send, telegram for tomorrow, he's gonna get, eaten.
Candygram for tomorrow.
Like put a programmed image spell on the letter.
Yeah, your basic choice is you either send some innocent or other person to their death, or you send Ricard to go deliver the message.
That's fine. We're just hanging out. Rickard can go talk to her.
Yeah, but let's make sure we don't. We're not going to agree to or disagree to any kind of contest or challenge. So I wouldn't.
I trust him.
I would leave that. Yeah, I would leave that up in the air for a later decision, later discussion.
Okay.
He's an adult. I believe in him.
She might try to talk him into something, So.
Oh, absolutely, and I hope he falls for it because that'll be fun. Yeah.
He'll be dead.
So, Ricard, do you want to go talk to Lady Ilmaro at their prompting?
Sorry, I was just AFK for a few minutes. What happened?
They're
just to let
asking if you want to go talk to Lady Ilmaro to inform them that you've delivered the orbs of annihilation or the spheres of annihilation to the demon.
That's
Lord.
agreed upon.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
Hey, just don't agree to or don't acknowledge or deny any type of challenge. Just leave that on the table for a later discussion. Don't let her talk you into anything.
I don't plan on fighting until I have you guys by my side.
Yeah, don't get
Okay.
baited.
She might try and talk you into her bed, though.
Ugh.
Frankly, the discussion is pretty boring and straightforward. She will offer you the opportunity to wed her.
Oh, that's interesting.
Would you agree
That's
to
interesting.
marriage with Lady Ilmaro, Ricard?
Post her picture,
We'll go and post the picture here.
just so everyone knows.
I mean, if Rose is holding out, you can't wait around forever.
Yeah, someone's gonna jump on that.
A
thing.
bird in the hand is.
We're two in the bush.
All right.
Ricard will noticeably blush and be like, "Oh, I'm flattered, ma'am, but
As you should be.
I don't think it's the right time for me."
When would be a better time?
Check with me in another 1,500 years, you know?
You tease. Deal.
I'll have much more to offer at that time.
You know,
I'm
that
sure.
begs. Oh, sorry.
Many, many offspring.
Does that? She does have nice hips.
Pow pow. All
Yeah.
right.
You know, but that does beg the question: is she robbing the cradle, or is Rickard robbing the grave?
Nice.
There is lore on this. Let me go check. 1 sec. I will find out very quickly.
Oh, brave.
Those are all of his sky rights.
Thank you.
God.
I had to get a wide variety of things in there, you know, because like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I forgot he was running for mayor.
Yep.
that's Aimer has. I have many thoughts for Aimer's NPC future.
Yep. All right. So
Every
according
5
to this-
visits to the meadery gives you a seat on Aimer's lap.
Yep.
So according to
There's
this, it would both be the fact that Ricard would be robbing the cradle and the grave. Just kind of icky. Just saying.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. Well, all right. Well, you know, Rose gives Echo his little walking stick. So you know, if he wants to, you know, use that, look like a wizened old, you know, kobold, he can. I find that walking around with a hunch and a staff makes you look at least 50% wiser.
Yeah, probably does. He'll use it for the next couple of days, and then eventually he'll probably switch back to his quarterstaff.
As a question, do you get
Yep.
addicted to this walking stick? Because people do.
I don't know. That's interesting. I think Echo's going to be kind of, like you said, addicted to a walking staff
Okay.
eventually. I don't think he is right now,
And
but I think, yeah, eventually he is. He's going to probably use the quarterstaff as as some type of crutch.
I mean,
but
he's
small size, so a
um,
quarter staff for you is a full staff.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Well,
He'll be
also,
more like a shepherd. He'll be holding the big staff. Yeah.
it's way it's way taller than him. Yeah. Oh, you also have to keep in mind, like Echo in Kobold years, like he's like past middle age. Like he's like in his
He
like
is.
like
Yep.
50s in Kobold years, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's probably 55 or so in Cobalt years. Like dog years if you do the math. It's about 55. So I think Echo is going to spend his time writing scrolls.
Okay.
similar to Aimer. He's going to write. Hold on, I have my list. He wants to do prismatic orbs. Let me see how many he can do.
Do you
But
need
that's a level.
do you need magic ink to scribe scrolls, or can it just be regular ink?
No, you have to have the material. I mean, you have to buy the materials or pay for the materials.
Well, I'm asking because I'm playing a wizard in my other campaign, and you need magic ink to scribe into your wizard book. But if you're going to make a scroll, do you need magic ink?
It's the material cost to create the scroll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so there is a gold cost, and we're just kind of
Affirmative.
okay.
And,
Gotcha.
and I don't think it is cheaper to create them than it is to buy them, right?
Correct, but you do have to do
Or is it
the
about the
Arcana
same?
check
Okay.
to do the scribing of the scroll. But because of your
Yeah.
super high Arcana check, you're basically just automatically succeeding.
Yeah. So he's doing. He wants to do
Yeah. Unless you scribe like a
one day. One day he's going to spend on a level 4 dimension door,
Okay.
and then he's going to do. The other days he's going to do 5 level 3 charismatic orbs.
Okay.
On his
level
on
3.
his last day, the morning that he actually starts feeling a little bit better, he's going to wake up and he's going to teleport to the Endless Pinnacle.
Okay.
Is he like Grandpa Joe in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Just springs out of bed.
Yeah,
Little
probably
dance.
so.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to do before heading to the Endless Pinnacle?
No. Echo's
Echo's
going
going
on his
by
own.
himself. Okay.
Okay, before this happens though, like, because
Yes, sir.
when we're at the estate, Ricard would find a moment where he can find Echo and Brennan together, and he would go up to Brennan and be like, "Well, now that I have Star Shatterer, I think I can return this to you." And he pulls out the short sword of the Temporal Rock.
Oh,
He says, "Thank you so much for offering this to me. I made good use of it. It's a very fine weapon." I found that it was very useful for parrying attacks, and is that some kind of enchantment on it or something? I know you were talking about that.
Brennan kind of shrugs his shoulders. You see him, he's doing inventory. He has all the stuff all laid out. He has his leather worker's kit out, kind of backpack and maintenance stuff. He says, I don't really know. The group gave it to me and I never used it. I know that when you swing it, sometimes you can move people around, but it's not as good as the arrows, so I can't really tell you much.
Well, if you don't want it, I could certainly hold on to it, but it's yours. Taking it if you want it back.
Yeah, no, that Brennan, he has his hood on. He kind of looks down and starts patching up leather again. He shrugs his shoulders, says, "Keep it."
Fair enough. Echo, did you enchant this weapon?
yeah, I did, but I had some special properties. I had some special materials that we don't have right now that we don't have access to. So it's not something I could duplicate really right now. I think we
Or ever.
Or ever.
Yeah, I think we had like the shard that came from the Amethyst Dragon.
No, what created this was it was a temporal rock feather of a rock belonging to the time dragon Zarud.
Correct.
That's right. Echo went with you guys at that. Yeah, Echo went with you guys when that happened.
Yeah.
We won't be able to reproduce this. Or
Okay.
many of the effects on it.
That was a big chicken.
I was hoping that we could enchant Star Shatter with the. This is out of character with +1 AC.
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, see, like Ricard's attunement journey has been really weird. It's like I haven't really grown in power as I've gotten new items. It's just like all like weird side grades and stuff. So it's very strange.
Level 17, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I've got like
Adventure,
armor and a shield that require attunement. So like, I have a weapon, armor, and shield, and that's all I can have right now.
And
It feels strange.
Your armor and shield already have his enchantments on them.
Well, they're both very powerful, but
Yeah. We need to.
I don't know if they have enchantments or not.
Well, let me think about it. We could probably come up with something. If we need to raise your armor class, I might be able to think of something. Give me a day or two.
Sure.
Yeah. I'll think of something.
That's all I had.
He's the smartest member of the party.
Yeah.
Actually, I think technically Aimer is, but
Technically,
But you never admit
Yeah, I think
that.
so.
Don't tell him that.
he already knows it. Like, remember, Aimer's better than you. he's a blue cloak. That's what he's gonna stick
You
with.
skywrite that.
It was. Let's see. Hold on a minute. What was on the list? It was blue cloaks number 1 was the first thing he said.
I believe
And
you
then
should
one
last
other thing
batch.
was, the last thing was blue cloaks are accepting applications. You must be at least as cool as I am.
I'm not sure Aimer is better than you would go well for your mayoral campaign.
Well, I mean, it is standard protocol. The blue cloaks are better than everyone else. Listen. Aimer's got to do Aimer things. It's he thinks his own ego will get him elected if he talks about it enough and looks cool enough. Whether or not that happens, God only knows. But that's what he thinks.
All right. So, Echo, you're teleporting to the Endless Pinnacle?
Yes.
Just you.
Just me.
Awesome. So as we split the party by thousands of miles.
So that's something we do.
This is something you guys do.
Has Emirazi been here?
Yes. In fact, when you go inside, Emery Rose
shit.
is there.
Oh. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, yeah, I think Echo's been really worried about this moment, secretly worried about this moment. So as he teleports in, I'm sure he teleports pretty close to the pool.
Yep.
And
the
when
dragon
he
is
arrives,
very obviously there.
Echo will immediately take his shield and he'll lay it down on his right side. He'll take his rod and he'll lay it down on the ground to his left. And he'll get down on one knee and he'll bring out his compendium and place it ahead of him as he bows his head. And he says, Lord Amarazi, Lord of the Horizon, Master of the Endless Pinnacle, how can I further serve you?
Right. Why have you returned? Why have you come home?
We have unfinished business in South Cove, and we have unfinished business with Vagradan eventually. And I'm preparing for the worst. I'm preparing strategies. So if I was to fall in battle, I might endure. And I have actually left my clone here, and I wish to attend to it.
Very well. He has informed me much of the places and beings that you have associated yourself with. You have made interesting choices over the years, Echo Rex. Associatingly, willingly, with a daughter of garden soil. Associating with a cocky bastard, as the clone named him. A monk associated with the Guild of Assassins. You've made friends with Onis, Owlins, dragons of ancient times that roamed and fought against the Sky Dwellers. You have made many friends, many allies, and many enemies. You have lived a interesting life, young kobold. And you did it all in my service. You have my thanks. And he will bow his head to you.
Oh, interesting.
Now, you say that you still oppose Vagrodan, and yet your associate is the one who raised him back into the sky, returning him to life. This dichotomy was explained to me by your clone. He's quite amicable when given the permission to speak freely.
Yes. My companions do act rash at times or take action without knowledge, which was the case with Vegardan. We did not understand the mechanism before we had sprung the trap.
Interesting. Have you learned since then?
Absolutely. I think we are a much more cautious group now than we used to be. And I think we are wiser and smarter and more powerful.
What do you understand of Avrig Longtail?
Average Longtail, I believe, was a construct built to protect a lady in a tower. And Average Longtail is almost a clone or a simulacrum of yourself, I believe. I don't understand what brought him to be, but my understanding is he was meant to take the best qualities of yourself.
So you would consider him to be an ally, an obstacle, or an enemy?
He has been friendly to us and to my allies and given us safe passage and sanctuary. I don't know if he considers himself an ally to us, but he's definitely not an enemy.
And what of this freshest man, Ricard von Karth, who you have brought to the Endless Pinnacle, a Dampier of ancient times, whose name is known to me?
I know a little of him, not much. We did not know he was a Dampier when we first met him. He seems to only want good things. He seems to want to restore South Cove um, to some prominence and do better for the people there, that they don't live in such a terrible city.
Such ambition is to be commended. But know this, the Von Karths long ago were power hungry and manipulative. Do not overly trust him or his family until they have proven themselves over time. A leopard does not stray far from his spots.
I understand. Is it he you are worried about, or is it his family, more his parents?
He is your ally for the time being. The sprout does not fall far from a tree unless it is carried away by a bird. He was carried away by a bird for many years, but yet he returns to his roots. Be cautious and ever vigilant.
I shall be, just as you say.
and Testudinidae, the Tortolan, the cleric of Anwa, the ever-changing one. What think you of them?
I have great respect for Tested in a Day. He only has good in his heart. He's very wise and very powerful as far as clerics are concerned. I have great respect for him.
Be cautious with such a cleric, for Anwa's moods change with the rotation of the moon. Should it wane, it may lose its fervor. In its waxing, it could become fanatical. Be cautious and observe. What know you of this Brennan Thamior?
Brennan is a man of the woods. He hunts big game. Unfortunately, I think he has been misled in the past. He fancies himself a dragon slayer. Fortunately, he can be guided, I believe, towards the more evil sect of dragons. He and I have had many conversations about the nature of dragons and the community of dragons and the dichotomies. And I think he's starting to understand more of what his path should be versus just killing any dragon he sees.
Your clone informed me that he has a problem with substances that cloud the mind and the will. Be cautious with him, for should he fall to his addictions, he could become a liability. What do you know of the man they call Shestina?
Justina.
Amer Shastina of the Fae, the Eladrin, the blonde bastard from beyond.
He is everything you say, and more. He can pick any lock you point your finger to. He can hide in any shadow. He can lift any item from any vault, perhaps in all of Toivola. He is a tool.
Indeed. The clone has told me that he has ambitions far beyond his current station, and that he wishes to engage with the Fae and slay and perhaps circumvent and supplant the Dream Lord. Be cautious of Amer Shestina, for his ambitions may be hidden or conflict with yours.
I understand. Should the Fey Lord remain, if a choice is to be made?
I trust you, Echo Rex, to make the right decision. I only give you guidance in caution. I will not tell you what to do. To that end, I ask, what do you know of the monk that you travel with, the woman who goes by the name Sweet August Rose, even though it is not her name?
He seeks enlightenment beyond my understanding, but she is wise and well spoken. He is a formidable fighter, and an ally. I trust her greatly. Her family has been wronged and supplanted in the past, and she wishes to undo that wrong.
Do you believe that the desire for revenge is one that should be sought after?
She doesn't seem the type to want to take revenge, but in this case, I think she may be cloudy. However, I mean, the end goal would be a great victory for the forces of good. I mean, her enemy is undoubtedly an evil from outside this plane of existence.
May be true. After I was told of Sweet August Rose's ambitions towards Bourbon, I flew to Bourbon. I had to see what Bourbon had become. It is terrible. A great void rises over the citadel of Bourbon. Communications from far beyond the plains happen there. There are fiends in the streets, and the people who live there live in fear. I dare not yet face off against what lies there, as it is unknown to me, and challenging the unknown is not in my nature. I have flown
Yeah,
far and wide, learning of the new Toivoa, the absence of the Sky Islands, and the unification of the ground dwellers into these small countries. The sea, the protectorate, they fear me. Everywhere I go, I am feared. Are dragons so absent from the world now that the mere sight of one causes people to tremble with dread?
you you are a you are a dragon of immense power that Tovoa has not seen in many thousands of years. Amir, all dragons are incredible and awesome, but you among dragons are even greater still. And even standing here, I tremble knowing that you're my master and hopefully my friend.
I will consider you my friend, Echo Rex. But I am simply a being who does my best, as that is all any of us can do. I hope to live up to the estimation that you have of my legend. A legend is a terrible thing to try to live up to, for the fiction may become greater than oneself. I
There's
seek the good that are in people.
your deeds are great and well known to me and many others, but there's very few mortals that remember Amarazi and all the wonderful things he's done. I believe it will take time and they will see you for the way that I see you. And the slaying of Vagradan will, will no doubt help in that endeavor.
When you face Vagradan, I will be there, should you call.
I will.
Now, you sought to engage your clone. He is resting, as I have a tendency to wax eloquent. Please, make yourself at home. And he's going to dive down into the pool and disappear from view.
Yeah, Echo is trembling and nervous and quickly walks back to his room. And I think he probably is looking in utter dismay at his clone. You're not supposed to be awake yet, dude. and why are you talking Amarazi without me here?
He looks up at you. He finished the process. Sorry.
Okay.
Why do you sound like a nerd?
You sound like a nerd. Guess what?
Yeah, sorry.
Sweet
Sorry.
August Rose
Yeah.
from somewhere else, far
If we were-
across the dimension, goes,
Yeah.
nerd.
Census.
Yeah, if we weren't in the endless pinnacle, I'd hit him with the rod. But so
Dunk.
okay. So Echo's plans have changed. He's going to leave the clone here. He's going to have to think about this, and yeah, I think he's accomplished everything he needs to accomplish, and he will teleport. Oh, he will in his room.
Yeah.
He'll grab the quill from the desk in this room
Okay.
and keep it as he teleports away back to the Von Karth estate.
All right. Cool. You've only been gone for about 2 hours, maybe?
Yeah, tops. Yeah, I think Echo probably spends about 30 minutes in his room. He tries to calm his nerves a little bit, and then he goes and down to get something to eat. Kind of shaking a little bit, I'm sure.
Cool. So, Sweet August Rose is out front doing Tai Chi. Where is Brennan and what's he doing? Is he doing sweet moves in his room still?
Brennan would be, yeah, he'll be outside too. He'll be doing some target practice,
Okay,
using the tree, pulling the arrows out.
sure. Tester dinner day?
Tested day to day, since they have a bit of a downtime, has been using his conjure celestial ability and having conferences with various celestials from around the realms to find out what he knows, what he can learn about the situation, how the situation on the mortal realm is affecting celestials. Like, are there rumblings? Is what stuff going on? And then proceeding to lose what few coins he has left in gambling to them.
Okay.
He is just garbage at cards because he thinks that he has an amazing poker face, but he doesn't realize that his tail starts wagging really hard whenever he gets a good card.
Understood. Cool. Ricard, what are you up to today? Are you going to... you would have been talking to Lady Ilmero, right? That was today?
Sure. Yeah, if we want to do that this day, maybe I'm on my way back or whatever.
Cool. And Amer did the Nausea trip. Awesome.
Excuse me.
Great. So, everyone is accounted for. Is there anything you guys want to do other than that during the downtime?
Now, I think we should have a conversation because tomorrow Echo should be up to full strength. That was his plan anyway. If everybody else is and prepared, maybe tomorrow's a good day to do this challenge thing.
Yeah, I there's nothing. Rose is ready to go.
There is an option though. Well, I think Echo would want to talk to Rose and tested in a day, maybe just off to the side, the three of them.
I mean, yeah, she's not doing. She's there if you want to talk. I think Test 2 walked away from the table. I think he said be right back. So yeah, Rose is just like, what is it, Echo? As she's like doing her exercises.
I don't know who else is there, Eric.
Who else is here?
Yeah.
In the area, Brennan's over there shooting. Ricard's probably just coming through the gate right now. Aimer is... What is Aimer doing? Looking smug?
I was muted. So like between making scrolls and stuff like that, he goes over and he's just bothering people. He'll see Rose doing Tai Chi, and he'll like have like grabbed like random like pebbles off the ground and throwing at her, trying to interrupt her.
Every time he does, she catches it and throws it back. It's a class feature. I'm gonna use it.
And then while he does that, he'll go and he'll see Gordo, and then start like chasing Gordo around the courtyard, trying to get pets.
Okay.
And just being absolutely obnoxious for the most part.
Cool. All right.
So he's bothering the ultimate evil. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Testadinide stepped away. Is Testadinide coming back, or?
I'm back. I just had to file maintenance.
So Echo will tell Testadinide and Rose that, well, I spoke to Amarazi this morning.
Oh?
I went to the Endless Pinnacle and spoke with him face to face.
I was wondering why there was a bit of a spring in your step.
Well, yeah, it may be nerves more than anything, or adrenaline. I'm not sure.
That's kind of how kobolds react to just about everything.
Yeah, he's a fearful sight for sure. But he said we should be cautious about, if I interpreted his words correctly, he said we should be cautious about turning South Cove over to the Van Kars, at least for the time being, until we can, I guess, vet them out more, until we can see what their true intentions are more.
Indeed,
and I
it's
have
not,
I
it's not
have
like the
no
city's going anywhere.
Yeah, and I have no doubts about Ricard. I think it has more to do with his lineage, his family, and maybe some of their past dealings. Maybe nothing recent. Maybe they've turned over a different leaf. But Amarazi seemed to think that their past deeds did not make her up.
Yeah, she frowns as she thinks about that. I mean, to be fair, he did know them back when they were originally in charge of the city, if the timeline, if I have that correct. I mean, but that's the thing, Echo. Nothing is permanent, or everything is impermanent. People can change in 2,000 years.
Yes, I agree. But how would we know if they have? I mean, we've only been here a week and a half.
Yeah. How would we know if they haven't? Yeah.
I mean, I was pretty sure this was the right course of action. For Ricard, for Ricard's family, just not so certain.
There is the fact that the Von Kars have stated to us that they are not very interested in ruling. They are willing to step in for the time being while Rickard is with us, but they made it fairly clear that they want to enjoy their retirement.
Yeah, it seems that they are afflicted with the melancholy of the eternity, and I would worry for Rose of the same thing.
I'm going to go ahead and interject, Echo. If you recall, he told you to be cautious about all of your party members.
Yeah, he did. He did. I'm not gonna tell them that, but
Right.
yeah.
Understood.
He's-
I mean, to be fair, if you didn't think that about Aimer, I'd have concerns for
Right.
both Doug and Echo.
well, I mean,
mean,
yeah, you look at
basically,
the
Amarazi
players-
just said what Amarazi just said what Test Identity has been saying this whole time. Like, hey, let's be a little cautious here.
I mean, from the time that this group got together, I mean, all of us, yeah, have had some sketchy backgrounds on
Yeah.
our character sheets for sure.
Nah.
And I mean, I got to admit, he's got a point, to some degree. I mean, Brendan is a dragon slayer,
Yep.
Aimer
Rose-
is a tool.
Rose is a professional assassin for at least the last 100 years. Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
Aimer was a professional assassin for a little while,
2.
and now he's just a blonde bastard from the beyond.
That is such a great fucking title. I am 100%. Aimer should introduce himself as that. I am Aimer, the blonde bastard from beyond.
I mean,
I fucking love it.
we have,
Yeah,
we have
that's not
future
bad.
opportunities here,
So,
The
so we've got
flame
we've got all these sketchy individuals, and then you throw Test Identity, who is just spotless.
What is
he?
If he ran for political office, you couldn't find anything to dig up on him.
I mean, to be fair, Legend Lord came back with nothing for Aimer, so you'd have problems finding things on him either.
I have non-detection.
He's good at what he does.
Yeah, but Rose just looks at Echo and just says, I understand his concerns, but we have to remember, we have to be mindful of the present. If the Von Kars become manipulative vampires that are dominating the area, well, that's a problem for tomorrow. If it happens. Alternatively, they could be wise, just, and experienced rulers. Feng has indicated that he does seem tired of his position. Though I have to admit, I have some bias in this matter, as I do want powerful friends in control of South Cove, so you should take my advice with a grain of salt.
We've done a lot of good here already. I mean, eventually, it won't be long, and the Sturge problem will go away.
Yes? What? But like
Yeah, I don't-
having friends in control of one of the major ports. Eric, is there a name for the for this? What is it? It's not a cove. This like sea where
yeah, the sea there.
the one on the right is the Toad Sea, because I know Seacoin named it after himself.
Let me go check that. The area here is called South Cove, the actual cove. Let me go ahead and show that here.
But like that whole
yeah, the strait there is what you're talking about.
like yeah, this
center
whole
area.
in like sea. Like does
I
this
haven't named
have
that yet,
a name?
But I need to do it. Let me put it on my list. I'll have something by next
Alright.
week.
Well, she says, like, I mean, having someone in control of one of the major cities of that hitherto named area is just beneficial for all of my plans.
Where is South Cove on there?
Nope.
Go back.
Yep, sure. Give me a sec.
Because
South
South
Cove.
Cove's not actually marked on the map, is it?
You know, it is. It's
It
right,
is, yeah.
it's right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's at the very.
Yeah.
It's
Bond's right here.
It's at the South Cove of.
I would imagine this is a sea, and this would be the Gulf. I don't know.
Golf, that's the right word for it. But yeah, this city is wrecked, and now this city is wrecked. So like the only major port the Shu has left is Kiasu, which is why like, yeah, you know, having someone in control of the other major port in the area is
Important.
yeah important to Rose. Yeah,
And
it's
as
it's
a
why
visitor,
she.
for just a split moment, this entire mountain range disappeared.
If,
Yeah, Shu's been having a bad year. Man, what if we had made that canon and we're just like, nope, they're all dead. Let's make new characters.
If you guys wanted to do that, I would go and modify the map.
Oh my goodness.
And
You know.
I wonder if I wonder if putting the Von Kars in power would make this a target for Vagradan. If he's
Yeah.
targeting these cities like this.
We have no idea what he's up to. Unfortunately, it's entirely possible. I won't discount it.
Man, yeah. Okay. Well, what do y'all think?
I think we should do it.
That's the dinner day. What do you think?
I think that it's an option to go forward that doesn't have any particular timeline of when we need to do it. Perhaps one thing to consider is if you say these resources would be valuable, letting us know what resources you need and what value they have to you would let us have a more complete picture of the situation.
Is there a standing army in South Cove?
There is, and it consists mostly of Tlinkalian constructs.
Yeah, and the relative, I mean, it's, I don't guess it's really that close to Bourbon, but it looks to be close to Bourbon, but it's not very close.
It is a 5-day boat journey.
Yeah, it's not super close, but I mean,
it's a long way.
well, by traveling standards, I mean, if it's 5 days, it's practically neighbors. But yeah, Bros just shrugs and just says, "Yeah, I believe. I mean, why put off later what we can do now? The Von Kars or Von Karth elders have agreed to manage the transition until Rickard is ready to take up the reins on his own. I see very little reason to wait."
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just hoping this isn't one of those things we jumped into without thinking about it, thinking it over well. It does seem to be the right thing to do.
Like
Okay.
I said, none of us can know the future. And agonizing about it doesn't help anything. Just be mindful of the present.
Yep. Okay. Well, yeah, because I think I know how Bryn and Amer and Rickard feel about it. I think I do anyway.
You see Emer just still rolling around in the courtyard with the dog. Like, he cares nothing for what you guys are doing. He is having absolute Gordo time right now. So he's probably like 200 feet away from you guys, just having the time of his life.
It is a cute
Okay,
dog.
I guess let's make our challenge tomorrow, I suppose.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's actually I pictured actual size. There's a reason why he's called Gordo. Yeah.
Gordito.
Yeah, Gordito.
Yeah.
And get a Fenrir from Ragnarok situation.
No.
Giant
I think
corgi.
at this point, Ricard will arrive back at the courtyard and he'll walk up and be like, "Oh, Echo, you're looking refreshed."
I feel better. At least, physically I feel much better. For sure. Are you sure this is the right thing for South Cove? I mean, your family is it's not easy to maintain a city like South Cove. It's gonna be tough on your family. It may put them in a position of power, but it's also, I mean, the day-to-day grind is going to be substantial, I would imagine. And I know you'll return one day to take over and hopefully things will be much better, but are you sure this is what you want for your family?
I spent years just kind of sitting on my hands waiting for this place to be handed over to me so that I could serve it in the best way that I could. And I don't know if I'm ready. I know that I'm willing. I know that I don't know the best strategy, best ways to rule, but I know that I will try my best and go from there.
And it seems like you need to spend, a decade or two as a prince learning the basics of statecraft, because 99% of the problems a ruler has to deal with can't be solved at the point of a sword.
I've already spent decades in that place.
But as a well, okay,
In
let me give you
report-
an example. What is your typical go-to response for, say, if there's a dispute between two merchant guilds in your city?
Find somebody who's good at solving that kind of thing.
So
Delegation is an important part of leadership.
that is important. And how would you vet the people that you are going to select as your subject matter experts? But we are getting a bit deep into statecraft in that if we transfer the leadership of South Cove now, that's something that we can do. Although one consideration, just to put that out there, is that once Lady Omaro is freed from her pact here, she's free to be doing other Lady Omaro stuff out in the world.
True. But if we worried about what every single evil entity in the cosmos was doing, we'd never get anything done.
No, just
Yeah.
the ones that you're personally unleashing upon the world, and just give a long look at the party.
So Rickard, I think Rickard, if we were leaving the city in your hands today, I would feel much better about it. I feel like I understand your character better than I do the character of your family. And it's just because I guess we haven't fought beside them and spent time with them. And I'm not sure is their rule going to be better than the rule that's already at play here. You're not going to be ruling the city. You're not going to be in power at the city, and you're not going to be making decisions perhaps for another year. They'll be making decisions in your absence.
I can't think of anybody more capable than me, other than my dad and my mother, to rule this place. They brought this place from a tyrannical rule, people suffering, to a place thriving with people happy, and it was a great place to live. It was way better than it is right now.
Brendan will come up and put his arm around Ricard and say, what is this? When we first got here, I was the one that was skeptical. I was the one that thought everything was bad. Why would you make vampires the rulers of something? And everyone said, oh, it's nothing. Oh, that cavern way in the bedroom's nothing. But then I talked to people that live here, and they said, actually, it'd be better if Ricard and his parents were in charge, and now no one wants that. What's going on here?
No, it's not that nobody wants it. I just want to make sure we're not making another snap decision is all.
I mean, I appreciate the support, Brennan. I really do. But I mean, I totally understand where you guys are coming from. I don't have the experience. I'm clearly not the brightest person of the group. But I've learned in the short time that I've been with you that you need to lean on others who have their strengths and their weaknesses and work together. And that's what I'm going to carry into my rule.
Brennan takes that as if he were saying that he was the smartest in the group, so he kind of raises his eyebrow next to him and says, well, look, this Fang guy is on his way out anyway. He's not going to last, so someone's going to fill. At least we know who's filling it, right?
Yeah, and Fang has offered to give advice in the meantime as well. Don't discount him either. Assuming he survives, we don't know if he's going to wither and die as soon as this contract ends. Presumably he won't.
How about this? My standard is that the good in the world that we increase through a change in leadership in South Cove is of greater impact than the darkness in the world inflicted by unchaining Lady Ilmaro.
I think that if we defeat Lady Ilmaro, she'll be banished for like 100 years, right?
She's a lich.
Yeah, she'll just
Oh,
reform.
she's a lich.
Yeah, she'll just
she's got-
reform wherever she
Yeah.
and that lava plane we saw the other day,
Yeah.
wherever that is. I don't think it's on this plane.
We can.
Oh.
She can terrorize these people, or we can send her to terrorize other people. Yeah.
Well, she does proposition to be for marriage, so I wouldn't mind sending her away for a little bit.
Interesting.
In time,
you
you
wanna
may
challenge-
find that you shouldn't have declined that. I would consider her as an ally against Veradrax.
Yeah. What did you say?
I politely declined, Brennan.
Oh, okay.
You know, he could do worse. But
Maybe could do worse. Ricard, if you want to issue a challenge tomorrow, I mean, we'll all be there. If you're ready for this and you think the time is right.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure we at least thought about it a little bit more.
I'm ready to go now, to be honest. Well, I mean, until you'll be ready tomorrow, right, Echo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's the 3 layers of thought. There's think on it, there's sleep on it, and there's drink on it.
I mean, I will say that I appreciate beyond your understanding all of the consideration that you guys are putting into this. Like I said, I'm not the brightest bulb, but I don't know what a bulb is, but I'm not the brightest one.
It's a flower.
But like, all of you are so wise and thoughtful, and you know, if I need somebody to vet people to rule, I might come to you, Testu. You're so wise. You can tell somebody's character.
Indeed, you can get a lot out of someone with a Zone of Truth spell.
Magic is always
So-
handy, you know.
See, I know what to do, I think.
Then we have our answer.
All right. I guess we do.
All right.
I guess
Then
we
I
have
sug-
our answer. Yeah. I think Echo is just going to rest the rest of the day, probably in a hammock somewhere.
And Tessa's going to nudge Rose and say, "See, others are making their move. Don't wait too long."
Oh, right. Like I said.
As
Sorry,
Rose
Ark.
looks over at Ricard, he like trips, falling or trying to get up the steps to the courtyard.
Well, I suggest everyone get some rest. Good night, everyone. Sleep well. We will most likely kill Ilmaro in the morning.
Well, I don't know. We may TPK tomorrow.
We will. We will.
Somebody's going to die. Almost guarantee that.
Well, you know, actually, if
We
you are
should make an
concerned about
emphasis-
that, you know, I can have a backup plan. If you all give me a vial of your blood each, I can have my shadow not participate in the fight, and then she can have you all resurrected from the blood.
Well, your shadow in the fight would probably be very valuable, but my buddy could do that.
I mean, I think it's a great idea. I don't like the fact that apparently she has an out of this. If if she fails, she's just gonna come back. I think that we should be on even ground.
It's just a suggestion. I mean, I'm not too concerned. I don't believe I'm going to die tomorrow.
Yeah, we got this.
It's a good idea though. May as well.
Nobody ever thinks they're going to die tomorrow.
True.
All right.
Do you want to go with that plan? Just give me all little pieces of your body, and then have my shadow run off to the nearest high priest. I don't have the gold to get the resurrection on me, but I can be very persuasive.
How about we have my Coatl do that, so your shadow can be in the fight?
Oh, will he do that for us?
Oh, yeah, he loves me, and y'all are tolerable.
Okay. Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little lizard crawls out from the base of where Testadina's neck and his shell connect, and jumps off of Testadina, turning into a very gruff-looking dwarf. And he just folds his arms and waits for Testadina to go get the blood.
Oh yeah, she'll write a note for this guy. Please resurrect us from this blood. We are good for the money. Spirits and fellowship.
The dwarf acts like he's about to say something, but then just takes the note.
Well, I know he can talk. Yeah, yeah, but
he just doesn't want to talk to you.
you know, I know he can speak and he can bargain, but like, we have a reputation in Nausha, so yeah, if you hand that note to someone in Nausha, they'll probably do it, but or at least get one of us back, and then we could get the money. Of course, we'll be, what is that, 150,000 gold in debt? If it's a complete TPK, but just one more problem to add to the list. That's not too bad. We can make that up.
You just got to resurrect Testadina, and then he can resurrect everyone else.
Oh, that's right, cleric. I forgot. We have a cleric now. Thank Christ, Jesus. Dude, no, man. We were operating with 3 marshals and a blaster sorcerer for like 4 months. Like very little magic other than teleportating, or very little utility magic outside of teleportation. So like, yeah.
It sounds like your party composition had a clerical error.
Well, yeah.
It did. Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough going there for a while. So test 2 is probably, resurrect test 2 first, if that happens. And yeah, we're good for the gold. We can pay for it. So, right, that's our insurance.
One thing we may want to lay out with Lady Elmaro, that this is just a challenge for a contract and nothing personal, and have basically saying that, okay, and your equipment stays with you and our equipment stays with us, no matter who gets defeated. Because I think we're both in a situation where death is a temporary inconvenience, but the loss of equipment is significant and personal.
I mean, she's only gonna get our equipment if we all die.
Well, that's right. We could simply arrange, hey, your equipment, you can come claim later. Our equipment, if you splatter us,
What if she has something really good though?
I don't think the term "really good" and "lich" have much overlap.
Yeah, you say that until she has a staff of the Archmagi.
Yes, but
really
I think
powerful is a better descriptor.
My emphasis would be that right now, I think we've made enough enemies, making sure that this stays not personal and having nobody, not having one more powerful entity out there that would desire our suffering, is probably in our best interest.
We can try. I don't think she'll agree to it, but we can definitely try.
We'll see.
We can try. As I say, worst they can say is no.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go issue the challenge then.
So we're going to take a long rest, Eric.
Okay.
We have been.
Awesome.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
going to do the wonderful thing, and I'm going to roll a d6.
D6. Ooh.
1d6.
It's dream time.
Number 3 is Testudinidae. Testudinidae, as you sleep tonight, your dreams are of a lush garden, vegetables hanging from trellises, bright red tomatoes, leafy lettuces that come up to your thigh. It's a gorgeous paradise in the moonlight.
He's just going through that thing like he's Pac-Man.
The Brussels sprouts are there, the broccoli, the kale and rhubarb, the various cucumbers. Everything is there that you could possibly want in a salad. And you wake up in the morning, delightfully rested.
Huzzah. What's funny is that personally, like, I just don't eat salad, so I make a lot of vegetarian characters.
Understood.
That's role playing for me.
Living the healthy life vicariously.
Yes. I sit here shoving a massive cookie in my face while my character has a salad.
Let's. When tuned to this item is an action, you can activate it. And does it last all day?
You guys
Oh, until dawn the next day. Okay, yeah.
Long rest.
All right. Well, in the morning, Rose is gonna try out this fiend shard, and because hopefully it
try out
doesn't
the
blow
fiend
up.
shard?
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's better to find out if I blow up with a 12 right now rather than like right before we start the
For
fight.
sure.
So-
We could wait till tomorrow if we have to.
yeah. Roll 1d12. I think that's
One.
acid.
You gain immunity
No, that's
to
crit
critical
immunity.
strikes.
Oh.
Yep, any critical strikes that would hit you are converted to normal strikes. Essentially, you
That's-
have adamantine skin.
Oh, that's actually kind of neat looking. Does she actually like go like full on Colossus? Like,
For today.
oh yeah, for today, yeah.
Yeah. No need to go get new art.
So basically, you have the power of the Pinkertons who are able to prevent any critical strikes.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a really
That's dark.
Yeah,
yeah, but it's also, I mean, it's a deep cut.
it is.
I like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, I can't believe they're still around too. Like,
Right.
freaking Wizards of the Coast. They know. Anyways, they know what they did. Let's head to Lady Ilmaro.
Okay.
Yeah.
References you were not expecting today.
Mm,
All right. So, anything
The
you guys want to do
South
before
go.
leaving? No? All right.
Oh yeah, if there's anything anybody wants to do before we leave, do that. But I wanna
Festival
say,
Day has collected a little blood from everyone and put them in vials, and
Okay.
Nana Zuatl, his Quatl buddy, has them.
Okay. Is he just carrying them?
He has them in a pouch across his chest. Yes.
Okay. Cool. So, you guys go to South Cove.
on the way there, Ricard is riding on his Scorpion mount, and he glances over at Sweet August Rose, and for a second, blocks his eyes as the sunlight reflects off of her adamantine skin, and he says, Rose, you could ride with me if you wanted to, and he kind of passes the Scorpion on the back, and then it just like takes off, and he like falls off of the fucking Scorpion.
she helps him up. I prefer to walk on my own 2 feet. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, that's all good. Yeah, of course.
the there is a phrase at my temple, an adamantine body, a quicksilver mind, and a diamond soul, but I never actually thought it would become literal. She says as she looks at her skin. I wonder if this is how Vagradan feels.
It's pretty badass. It's a good look.
It's it's definitely pretty fascinating. This is just an interesting item. I've never experienced anything like this.
So,
Excited to see you put it to use.
as you guys are headed towards South Cove, you realize that in preparation for this fight, Sweet August Rose got hard for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, we will take you guys to Regan Fang. You guys pass the various guards and come inside. He greets you, Lord Von Karth. Attendants, how can I be of service today?
Well, we're here to take over rule of South Cove.
Oh,
Oh, yes. I believe we are going to threaten you after we defeat Ilmaro.
very well.
Yes, threaten. Wink, wink.
He smiles wryly at you. So be it.
As the saying goes, don't threaten me with a good time.
And we're gonna get
Ooh.
you guys to zoom out and
Oh,
down to
yeah.
the lower section of the map here.
Aimer will start the walkie-talkie before
yeah.
the fight
Yeah.
goes.
Brandon will. Well, we can do it when we start.
Oh, only lasts 1 hour this time, guys. It's like listening to Aimer for 1 hour.
Okay, and for in that case, let's get our buffs cleared up.
Yeah, before she comes out here to answer the challenge, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's one thing we should find out. So she might dispel the magic off of us, so we should ask as part of the terms on that.
What's the question?
Whether we can buff beforehand or not.
Regan Fang will tell you, you may do as you wish. Challenging Lady Omaro is no simple task. But know that she is aware of everything that goes on in this room.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, when you guys are ready, let me know.
I don't think I have anything to.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do some buff spells then. I'm going to do a level 7 aid on Ricard, Aimer, and Tessididide. That is 35 max HP.
Very nice.
Probably. Well, I don't know. Do you think a potion of invisibility would do anything?
If you stay far away from her, probably, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Brendan will use one of his potions.
I am also going to do a freedom of movement spell on Rose and Ricard.
Okay.
Thank you.
See which one is that? Well, should I do?
Because that also prevents you from being paralyzed.
I am going to use which icon? This one. He's happy because he's freedom of movement or something. I don't know. I feel like they need more icons, but okay.
They have a lot of them.
Yeah, but they're all like weird stuff. Like that's just the Neverwinter Eye symbol. Like
Yeah.
freedom.
Aimer's casting protection from good and evil on himself.
That's a good haste
Oh,
one.
the foot one is okay, I guess. Or no, not the foot, but the wing.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's a good one. I'll do that one.
And since this was the big fight, we mentioned using this. Do we want to have done the Heroes Feast?
I would say 100%.
Yeah,
Well,
let's.
Eric, it takes an hour.
That takes an
we
hour.
should've
Yeah, but
done
that
it
one
before.
lasts 24 hours.
No, we could have done it, for breakfast.
Yeah, that was breakfast.
Eric,
And
where
that
is
uses
she?
up the one cup I had.
Yuseko?
Where is Elmaro?
Oh,
I don't
she's
see her
through
on
the
the-
double doors right here.
Yeah, I think we have to go through the doors
No,
over
she's
there.
going to come out to you guys.
Oh, okay.
This is
Creature
going to
that
happen
possess-
in this room.
She's probably buffing herself too. Cured of all diseases and poison, becomes immune to poison. I'm already do that, so no.
Immunity to
oh,
frighten is really good.
Oh yeah, so immunity to frighten. So
And we
sleep-
get
I sleep.
hit point maximum as well.
Yep, I'll do the 2d10.
I don't think that's actually the though.
Okay, and everyone gets this stacks on the aid gets another 5 max HP.
Oh, cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
One, two-
how much was the aid?
35.
Okay.
So so Ricard, all my notes here. So Ricard, Aimer, and Tessididide are at plus 40. Everyone else is at plus 5.
So no fear. I'm gonna use the sleepy symbol for immunity to fear, because I sleep when I should be scared. Freedom of movement, got that. Advantage on wisdom saves. Okay.
Yeah, that's the big one to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, and while this poison might be powerful, we'll see how immunity to poison stacks up against poison immunity overcoming poison.
Right. Well, are all of you ready?
I mean, I guess I'm ready as I'm going to be.
All right. Oh wait, she's coming. She's coming out here, right?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, if you guys are ready, then Ricard will make an announcement.
Yeah, we should spread out.
Amer's just gonna chill against the wall here.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna mirror Amer.
Oh, Echo, do you still have that aura that increases spell distance?
Yes.
Okay, good. I may have to make use of that with the party.
Let's see if I can turn it on.
Oh yeah, you're right. The strong guy one is better than the sleep one. I'm gonna match. There we go. Hero's Feast. There we go.
Okay. Anybody else need to do anything?
I'm ready. Oh, Eric, Rose is unclasping the peace bond she has on Cass the Slayer.
Yeah, remember, that's the aura for Twilight Sanctuary. So yeah, they're spread out, and then there's outside buff aura.
Oh, that's fine.
See, I don't see your aura. Have you
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can.
I see him on stream. Yeah, they're on stream.
1 second. I will turn it on for them to be able to see.
Is this Twilight Sanctuary?
Yes.
And that gives you a +2 to your AC, right?
Yeah.
And how much temp HP?
I haven't cast it yet. I'm just putting on the aura so
Oh,
you
I
can
gotcha.
see it for
Yeah.
spacing.
Good idea. Okay. All right. If everybody's ready, I'm gonna make the challenge.
Go for it.
Echo's going to take a potion of invulnerability.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, Ricard will also drink a potion of invulnerability, and
And if this goes really bad and we need to try and use a wish to get out of it, we should probably just wish that Ricard had accepted Lady Urmaro's proposition.
Oh.
I don't think Echo's that cruel.
I think Echo's going to use the wish really early in the game, in the fight. It ain't gonna last
Amer's
long.
gonna drink a potion of heroism while he's sitting here.
Cool. So you guys did 3 rounds of buffs, is what I counted. So Lady Elmaro is going to open the doors and come out.
And Ricard will say, Lady Ilmaro, I am Ricard von Karth, the Forgotten Heir, Slayer of Shadowscar. He glances over at Rose, Ascendant of the Endless Pinnacle.
Oh yeah.
Then he draws his sword and takes the stance that the statue has outside, the heroic stance with his sword held high, and he says, Wielder of Star Shatterer. But most importantly, he glances back at the party, proud new member of the Spirit's End Fellowship.
Aw.
And we are here to challenge you in combat, to prove you unfit as a guardian of South Cove.
As you say this, she smiles. Ricard von Karth. I am Lady Elmaro, the lich bitch from South Cove, and I defend South Cove against your false claims for leadership. I will defend honorably the throne of South Cove held by Lord Regan Fang against you and any others who would come to face off against Lord Regan Fang. I am his champion. I am the champion of South Cove. Are you prepared to meet that which is your fate?
I meet it willingly.
I like your title.
She ignores you completely, Amer Shestina.
That's
Lich
pretty
bitch.
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Lich Bitch.
Lich bitch is pretty good. Yeah, gotta hand it to her.
Yeah, for sure.
And with that, gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to please roll for initiative.
Fuck, it's still broken.
Roll the 2. Yeah.
Is it really?
It is still broken. The patch has been sent to the guys, but unfortunately has not made it out to the browsers yet. So,
Ooh,
Oh, there we go.
oh, that's a terrible sign. I rolled well.
Let's see.
Sorry, I didn't have my token selected, but I rolled a 20.
Yeah.
Whoa! I think I accidentally deleted my token.
You did.
Whoops!
I will correct that.
Clumsy me.
Sorry, just there.
So this is her, right?
That is her.
Yeah, that's her. And she has
Yeah, a bunch of people.
All
monsters that I've never seen before.
Didn't we find
Yeah.
one of these in like Shalash?
Shalosh? No, we snuck past it.
Oh
group of-
yeah.
Yeah, a group of idiots snuck past one in Shu.
I'm getting my campaigns mixed again.
Uh,
Echo got a 20. Damn. All right,
20.2.
guys.
20.
He had advantage. I think it rolled it and just. Yeah, I don't know.
What was Testudinidae's initiative? 20.11. Got 2 Testudinidaes on there. Check that out.
That's weird.
All right, and Ricard got a 18. Vegas Rose got a 20.20. All right, and Lady
Yeah, if we had
Elmara
2
got-
Testudinidaes, I don't know if it'd do more damage to the enemies or the party.
All right, so Lady Elmara.
So what is the dex? What is the dex tiebreaker? How does it figure that?
It is your
It's-
dex score, not the modifier.
Yeah. So for
Yeah,
Rose,
it's just a dex
20/20.
measuring
Yeah.
contest.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, she rolled a 22. Nice.
And,
Yeah. So
That's always gonna be fun.
All right. Well, with the formalities completed, Lady Elmaro smiles wryly. If you'll allow me, Lord Ricard. After all, this is between you, your friends, and me and my friends. Will you allow me to prevent any damage to Lord Regan Fang?
no. Yeah, I say that in the telepathic link. No.
No, it's Rickard's.
It's a trick.
Yeah.
I think Ricard would agree to that. Yeah.
Ricard would agree to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I muted?
Yeah, no, you're not.
No, you're not muted. You're not muted.
He's just ignoring you.
Amarazi's right. I need better friends.
What, you think
Maybe-
we're friends?
She turns and casts Force Cage on Regan Fang, the solid version.
Hey, I don't mind as long as she's not casting on one of us.
She then
Because it's the solid version, he also probably can't hear us unless we can't inflict psychic damage upon him.
Mm-hmm. And then she will go ahead and breathe outwards.
Uh,
And this is... Oh, she's not close enough. She has to close the distance. We're going to fly. And we're going to fly up to here. That's where we will breathe outwards. As she rushes towards you, you lock the width to the height.
why I made that too big.
Or it says, "Bring it, bitch."
And the 30-foot cone goes out to there.
I told you guys to spread out.
So, I need each of the 4 of you to make a Constitution saving throw of a DC 20 or suffer 32 poison damage that bypasses resistance and immunity.
Ooh, resistance and immunity. Ooh,
What about
nasty.
double immunity?
And then you will be poisoned if you fail the save. Alright, so Testudinidae, you will suffer 32 damage. Ricard will suffer 32 poison damage. Echo,
Trying to get mine
Yep.
didn't roll.
you gotta do it manually.
God, I'm so tired of Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
I understand. It worked for years and years, and then they messed it up. So unless you have a 17 to con, you will also suffer 32 poison damage and be poisoned.
Man, you guys rolled like shit.
Yeah.
Just getting it out of the way.
I mean, I've got a +10. Come on.
And Brennan, what did you roll?
I don't know yet. What is /roll?
It's /roll with a question mark.
I didn't start with any spells cast.
/roll d20 plus whatever your mod is.
/roll space 1d20 plus modifier.
Good find.
A 0.
How's that work?
Wait, hold
It
on.
should've
I don't,
been a
I don't
No,
know.
there's a minus in there.
Yeah, he rolled a 2. Yeah,
And he rolled a d2.
So
1d20. It's /roll space 1d20 plus modifier. There you go. So
It's just trying to show you, but
there you go.
yeah, he's got it.
So, well, no, you didn't make the save though. So, Brennan, you
No.
will also suffer 32 poison damage and be poisoned. And you guys are poisoned until you can make the saving throw.
gosh.
And that's
Well,
what
yeah.
at the beginning of our turns or end of our turns?
At the end of each of your turns, you may make the saving throw.
Okay.
And that is the extent of what she can do on this turn.
Okay.
So, after Lady Omero, we go to Sweet August Rose.
Okay, so this is going to be something I need a GM thing for. So empty body allows her to, 1, she gets resistance to everything except force, and 2, she becomes invisible.
Okay.
But because a lot of the things we're fighting nowadays have true sight, so the invisibility doesn't really matter that much.
Right.
For the sake of theatrics and theater of the mind, can we say that she can be visible if she wants to be when she's using empty body? Just so, because I have an idea for like looking cool, like
if you're going to use it, you're going to be invisible to anyone who doesn't have the true sight.
Okay.
Because I have
All right,
to do it that way, just because it does affect spells.
well, yeah, like I guess allies could target me,
Yeah.
if I was visible. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, well,
like,
then
like turn everything but your nervous system invisible. So you just got like this brain and all these tendrils running across the
no.
field.
Wait, she's also so she's
Not
freedom
with
of
Hollow
movement.
Man, guys.
Okay, so she does activate empty body, which takes 4 key.
Okay.
Well, so before she turns invisible, you guys see the key just explodes from her pores, basically covering her in an armor of shadow before she just vanishes. And she is actually going to, over the walkie-talkie, she'll just say to the others, "I'll keep those 3 things busy. You guys take care of Ilmaro."
No, I've
And,
got those. I've got them.
Okay, never mind. She's just gonna.
Oh,
turn-
the 3 things. No, I ain't got those things. We got the big monsters down here.
Yeah,
I ain't got them.
I don't think the snakes or Horgus, Borgus, and Kevin are gonna attack us. I think it's just
Yeah, I
Ilmaro
think they
and-
are. I think everything in this room's going to attack us.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Is that not the deal?
No, it's her and her
We don't
friend.
know.
No, wait a minute now. My
It's her and
understanding
her
was-
friends.
Yeah, it's
That's right, and everything in here is a friend to her, right?
I'm just basing it off of the initiative tracker.
Okay.
No, the snakes are the snakes and like the troll and the minotaurs. Those are the friend of. I am blanking on the name for some
Fang.
reason. The
Fang.
guy
like
Fang.
that. Yeah, if we had
Fang,
attacked
yeah.
Fang without this like prearranged
Okay.
contract,
They would
everything in
attack.
here would attack. Yeah, because they would be
Okay.
obligated to defend him. But this is like a formal challenge, so it's just Ilmaro and her little elemental thingies. But right, she
Oh,
is going.
The question is, will South Coast have the same offensive power once it's been defanged?
So, anyways, she's going to attack whatever these things are.
Okay.
Uh,
And for the record, I will go ahead and display these in the chat for you guys because it's fun.
it's a sandstorm full of bones, I guess is the best way of describing it.
Essentially, yes.
Okay.
An
She is.
elemental.
Yeah, she's going to punch it. She's going to experimentally punch this one and just see what happens.
This one here? Gotcha.
Yes. Punch. Oh wait, this is the one thing that's not working on my
The unarmed
sheet. So
strikes, right.
roll 1d20 plus 13. I rolled a 16.
That
Jeez.
16 does hit it.
Oh, okay. She is going to experimentally stunning strike to see if that does anything.
Sure. How much damage did you deal?
1 die 10 plus 7, so 11.
It got a 16 on its saving throw.
It failed.
Okay, so it is stunned.
Oh, okay. And then she's going to do that to the one in front of her. She's going to attack it as well. Roll. I gotta do this manually. It's so slow. 13. Is that a hit?
A 24 does hit, yes. As
Uh,
you punch this entity.
I do 8 damage to it,
Okay.
and I'm also going to stunning strike it.
Cool. So its Constitution saving throw against your stunning strike results in a 23.
It wait, it meets it. It just passes. Yeah, 21 plus 2, 23. Yes. So I'm going to attack once more. With flurry of blows. Or with my bonus. Actually, I'm going to flurry of blows. So that's just keeping track. That's 4 for the empty body, and then 2 for the stunning strikes. A third. So another 3. So I'm at 7. Roll. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong thing. So 1d20 plus 3. This would be so much easier if D&D Beyond was working. So and then she's gonna stunning strike again.
Okay.
Oh, damage.
You got an 8. He will be stunned. As you have stunned a second one.
17 damage to him.
Okay.
Gotta love when Roll20 keeps doing the 120 on advantage.
Yeah, and for the flurry of blows, she has one more attack left. She's gonna attack the one on the left.
Sure.
And then I gotta type this manually again. Nope, sorry. That misses.
That does miss critically.
And that is it for her turn. Let me mark off all of her key that she used, because that was a lot. That was like half her key.
That's expensive.
And that's it for her turn.
All right. Testudinidae.
Well, Testudinidae holds up his holy symbol in his practice stance as the Twilight Sanctuary unfolds across the battle.
Empty body.
Ooh, for a 24.
Is it 4 or 5?
Okay.
And then
Oh, I'm sorry. 8. Ugh. Wait, no. I'm sorry. It's 4. Go ahead. Sorry. I'm talking to myself. Ignore me.
Yeah. And then to ward himself in this situation, he is going to invoke a sanctuary spell upon himself as a bonus action.
Very well.
And then he is going to attempt to unleash his brand of psychic damage on Lady Ilmaro as he points to her and asks, if a myconid becomes a powerful undead by merging with an algae, is it a lichen?
She is.
And
not
I end my
amused.
turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, Lady Ilmaro of South Cove.
Although I make the con save to try and break the poison, correct?
Yes.
End of
yes, sir. Con save.
Flurry of blows.
No longer
You
poisoned.
succeed. You are no longer poisoned. Awesome.
And that's 24 temp HP from Twilight Sanctuary?
Yes, at the end of if you end your turn in the aura.
Oh, right, thank you.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, and
All
then
right,
I've flurried of blows.
so-
5.
She is going to. She has to do this because she
So it's
doesn't know
9.
that you guys ate the hero's feast. So, I'm going to use 2 legendary actions to use my frightening presence. And the frightening presence requires a wisdom saving throw of a DC 20 to anyone who can be frightened. You guys all ate the hero's feast and are therefore immune. Correct?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Very well.
We are too stupid to be afraid.
All right. Echo
Yeah,
Rex.
I think that's right.
She used 2 legendary actions for that.
Echo is going to subtly cast Wish,
Okay.
and he's going to create a simulacrum of himself right here.
All right. Cool. Boom.
He's going to, he's going to fly into about right here. And then he's going to subtly cast his draconic mark on her.
Okay.
Okay, the simulacrum is going to subtly cast a draconic mark on her.
Okay.
And then he's going to subtly cast a second level scorching ray.
All right.
And
Bring on the damage.
well, second level is not going to do a lot of damage. It's just something to get started with. Damage comes later. Where's the second level? Here we go. All right. And he's not poisoned.
Correct. Actually,
and
you were poisoned when you created this simulacrum, right?
Yeah.
It's a copy of you.
Okay, he gets advantage.
Right.
Because of pack tactics.
So it's straight rolls.
Okay, he'll spend 2 sorcery points to re-roll the first miss.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right.
Cool. So you'll hit her
which
twice.
one's this? Hit her twice? Okay.
Yes, sir.
20 hits. That's good. All right. So here we go for Scorching Ray.
Yeah, she doesn't want to do that yet. She doesn't. She's not too afraid of this spell yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna ramp it up.
I know.
Yeah. I did that wrong. Hold on a second. This manual thing's got me all messed up.
Yeah, this is
You can hit the
very
pink button and roll
frustrating.
20.
8. And
God, how would you guys have survived the internet relay chat era of D&D? Everything was manual.
yeah. There we go. 4 and 2. Here we go.
Okay.
the future
man.
is now,
Well, it should
old
be.
man.
18. Yeah, that's 26 points
Yes, sir.
total.
26 points of damage to her. So that was all fire damage, right?
Yes.
All right.
She take it normal?
She does not. She's going to
I
take
knew it.
half of 26 is 13.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And I think Echo is done.
Okay. At the end of Echo Rex's turn, I need Echo and the Simulacrum to both roll Constitution saving throws against the poisoned condition.
Yeah, okay.
It's DC 20 con save.
Oh, it did. Hold on. He's got a +8 to this.
Okay, so he will succeed. And
Yep.
the Simulacrum,
Simulacrum has, let me check, but I think he's got a +8 as well.
yeah, it would be a copy of you.
He does.
So.
Yep.
All right, so those are the 2d20s. So you guys are no longer poisoned.
Thank you.
All right. And she was aware of what was being cast in the room, so she will not be using her Paralyzing Claw, but instead will cast a cantrip as a spell. And the cantrip...
Nico's going to subtly
You're going to
counterspell that.
You're going to counterspell the cantrip as a legendary
Yep.
action? Okay. All right. Then, Ricard. So,
Ricard will,
another
say that-
sorcery point.
Yep, I am doing it now.
Cool. Thank you.
Ricard will say the command word for his shield, Victoria Omnia, and then he'll say over the walkie-talkie, does anybody not want her prone?
Echo probably wouldn't.
Yeah, it's
Save
not
that
great.
for your save it for your wedding night.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, the rest of us rely on her standing up.
Ricard, you've been granted inspiration by the Twitch chat as Night Diver 67 gives it to you.
Okay, so as the shield hovers in front of Ricard, he's going to try to kind of fake her out with his positioning here and do misdirection on her.
Okay.
It's a DC 19 intelligence saving throw.
Okay. For intelligence saving throw, and this is not a magical effect, this is simply a feature, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just a straight roll for her. And she got a 25.
Plus
Nice.
15, goddamn. Alright. Then... yeah, I'm just gonna try to start attacking her then. I have disadvantage right now, unfortunately, but that's the way it is. Do attack rolls even work?
Attack rolls as long as they're not unarmed strikes. So, the
This is-
33 will strike her.
Monk
This is-
discrimination.
I know, right? This is with disadvantage, so 26, does that hit
It
her?
does.
Okay, and these are one-handed, not two-handed.
Very well. So she'll suffer 8 damage. And then the 20 will hit, and she will suffer 9 damage.
And a 19.
19 does hit, and she will suffer
Okay.
6 damage.
Let me check here. I'm not forgetting anything. Oh, as part of the attack, I will do infamy. I will say to her, it's time to return Karth to its rightful stewards. And let's see here. Is she immune to frighten?
You don't know.
Okay, then I'm trying to frighten her with that.
Okay. She's immune to being frightened.
Okay, then that is it for my turn.
Very well.
Actually, I'll just scoot around her to right here, and I will try to remove poison as well.
Okay. Your Constitution saving throw comes in as a 25. You are no longer
Hell yeah.
poisoned.
And you
That's
get
it for
your
my turn.
24 temp HP.
Thank you
Yep.
for the reminder.
All right. Down to the south here. This thing. The tornado with bones is going to... Oh, goodness. We are... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and start off by... Yeah, we're going to start off with doing what it thinks is right, which is the Shatterstone. We're going to burrow and move up to half my speed, which means I move right to there. And I come up underneath you, Sweet August Rose, and as I do so, the rocks of the floor erupt. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw or suffer 37 bludgeoning damage.
Gotcha. I'm assuming this thing has like tremor sense or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, figured.
It's line of sight, 90 feet.
Gotcha. All right, so Dex saving throw. Yeah, those aren't working either. Okay, so roll 1d20 plus 11.
Okay, so you will succeed and you will take half the damage, but you have evasion, so you suffer no damage on that.
Yay!
Because he doesn't know that. All right, that is his turn for the Shatterstone, and then he gets slammed twice. The other guy is stunned and therefore not threatening you at the moment. So straight roll of a 10 and a 9. You are not struck as it tries to beat you up. Aimer,
Nope.
I've used my legendary actions. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna not move and dash.
Do some of that aimer shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna move and then dash over to here.
Okay.
And then I guess we're gonna start some aimer shit.
Okay.
No, that's at the disadvantage. $23 for 67.
All right. So 67 cut in half at the moment would be 33 damage.
Does she have resistance to everything then?
She
That's
has
best.
a potion of invulnerability currently active,
Yeah.
out of character. You guys don't know that, but that's how.
No.
she's got
Yeah, I was
this.
just wondering the math. I didn't know if it was like specific of like, oh, I have thunder. You know what I mean? Like,
No, she saw you guys buffing up. She buffed up too.
Yeah, I
okay.
kind of thought she was buffing up. Yeah.
Smart lady.
So I'm gonna notice my damage. My sword doesn't cut as deep as I thought, and be like, and that's my action economy. So
Very well.
I get my 24 temp HP though. Ooh.
Brennan Thamior.
Okay. Brennan will take the oath bow out.
That's not necessary.
They made this arrow rain down at my chosen enemy as the piss of a spider.
Yes, sir.
And he will cast Flame Arrow, even though she has immunity. So he has 12 rounds of that. Okay. Let's see.
This will be a straight roll. You do have an ally there, but you are poisoned.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the 16 skips against one of her wings and impacts the ceiling.
I'm going to use a lucky and
Yes,
try
sir.
again.
At 27 does hit her.
Okay. Let's see if does rolling damage work?
It should.
Mine did.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So that's going to be 5 piercing damage, 7 sworn damage. So that's going to be 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. 15 plus 2 is 15 plus 1 is 16 damage dealt. Okay. That was the arrow of slaying, so she needs to roll a Constitution saving throw, correct? All right. So her Constitution saving throw will be that is not a spell. So that's a 15, so she will suffer an additional 20 damage.
Hell yeah.
And then with the flame, she takes 2 points, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Got it. All right.
All right. So Yari
And
has.
she needs to do a Constitution saving throw because you did enough damage that now she has to roll this. And okay, so the force cage fades.
It's not concentration, is it?
I don't think Force Cage was
Force Cage is
concentration.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Force Cage is not. I'm sorry, it does not fade. I was thinking Wall of Force. My mental fart. I apologize.
Well, it's invisible. We can't really tell if it fades or not.
Right. All right. So, anything else, Brendan?
Yeah, that's one attack.
Yeah.
So let me try again.
They brought Brendan along for a reason. That will hit.
Okay, let's do that.
All right. So that's going to be 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus do the 7 there. The con save. First arrow of slaying. She will succeed against the arrow of slaying. So she
Okay.
will take half of that and then resist it. So it'll be 13 down to 6 from the arrow of slaying.
Okay.
All right, that's 2 shots.
And then can you use action surge and take another shot?
Okay. Another 2 shots. The 19 will hit.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
All right, so that's going to be 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 0, so 7 damage there. Her con save versus this arrow of slaying results in a 19, so she succeeds and suffers 18 down to 9 from the arrow of slaying, plus 1. So,
Okay.
10. Got it. All right,
And then with action surge, do I get multi attack?
you do get multi attack with action surge. You get the full multi attack. It's awesome.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh yeah. It's an amazing build. So with the 28, we'll strike her once again. This time dealing 12 plus 4 is 16. So let me mark that down on her. So 16, another Constitution saving throw to resist another arrow of slaying. She succeeds on that one as well.
Damn, man.
And so that's going to be 16 down to 8 from the arrow slaying plus 3. So 11 from that. Got it.
Okay. And then he's going to stealthily move over here,
Okay.
still being invisible.
She's
That's-
watching you. If you've seen Justice League, right? It's Superman watching
Yeah.
the Flash.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Brendan? No?
No.
All right. It becomes Lady Ilmero's turn. She's going to look at Echo Rex. You and all of you are fools to have challenged me. And she's going to raise her hands. And she's going to point her 10 fingers out across the room. We're going to choose how many targets she gets to fire this at. 1d10.
He's casting a spell.
It's a
And
spell-like
powered
ability.
It's a spell like
Yep, she only gets to do
not
2
a spell.
targets.
It's a spell like ability.
Yep, spell-like ability.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
5e really screwed anti-magic abilities.
Yep. So I have 2 targets. There are 7 of you because of the simulacrum.
Hit me.
2d7.
Hit me. I can take it.
All right.
I think that. Wait, is that me? 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you asked for it.
Yeah.
All right. So the mass chill touch that she's got here is going to target number 7 with Sweet Auction, which is Aimer first.
Yeah, I'm 5. Yeah.
Okay, this would be with disadvantage because you are in melee range.
I also have protection from good and evil up, so it's also disadvantage.
That's valid.
You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So with disadvantage, Aimer is 16 won't hit you.
No, unfortunately not.
And Sweet August Rose, a 20 to hit you.
No.
Okay.
She rolled very poorly.
She rolled very poorly, A on number of targets and B on her attack rolls. So that is what she can do there. She will then attempt to recharge her breath weapon. 1d6. She gets it only back on a 5 or 6. She got a 2. She will not get that back. And then, yeah, that's going to be her turn. I don't like standing here, so I'm going to move to there. Just to be a little bit of a pain in the booty. All right, Miss Rose.
Are these elemental thingies, are they large or huge?
They are large.
Okay, so they are within grapple size. So she is going to take, well, I guess not right now. First, she's going to do a grapple action on this stunned big boy, and I believe he automatically fails because he fails Dex and Strength saves because he's stunned.
For you reach in and there's nothing to grab hold of. They are immune to being grappled.
No. Okay.
I'm surprised.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It was worth a shot.
How do you hold the wind is supposed to be something for your deep reflection and meditation, not an actual combat technique.
I mean, she's wrestled ghosts, so like
You need to
you
go
know, you
back-
never.
you need to go
This
back
is
to the
D&D,
pinnacle.
man. You never know.
That's right.
Like maybe he has like a spine in there she could use and grab, and it's like fixed in place or something. Who knows? Anyways, it was worth a shot.
It was
So
worth a shot.
she is. That was her attack action. One of them.
Yes.
So, with the remaining part of her multi-attack, she's going to attack this guy, and she's going to do that with Cast the Infinite Slayer. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
she's
yeah?
gonna draw Cast the Infinite Slayer.
Awesome.
And she has advantage on her Wisdom saves
This
due
would
to
be
Hero's
great
Feat.
right here.
If I get okay, so I have an advantage and I can re-roll. So I think
But would
statistically,
it
it's
be
extremely.
fun too?
You can only. I mean, Eric is just has his
I know.
fingers crossed, but I believe I pass.
You pass. You're good.
She is going to attack with Cass. Oh wait, that doesn't work. Okay, let me roll 1d20 plus 14. That hits,
Easily hit. Yes.
and
As
that's
the magic
1d10.
Pierces it.
Okay, the damage doesn't work either. We'll roll 1d10 plus 8. Plus 8 on the guy who's not stunned.
Okay.
She's going to put a stunning strike on that.
Sure. Use Constitution saving throw. Straight roll will be a 26.
He passes. She is going to use her bonus action to attack again. This is with an unarmed attack.
Sure.
Roll 1d20 plus 12. This is getting really old. Having to type this all out, I believe that hits. She's going to punch for damage, 1d10 plus 7. Wow, that is so weird. The damage was working a while ago, and it's not working now. So I think there was a change literally while we were playing. So a 1d10 plus 7 damage. She does 9 damage
Got it.
with a punch, and that punch is also going to have a stunning strike on it.
Okay. Constitution saving throw is an 11. He is stunned.
Gotcha. And she is going to preserve her key and not flurry of blows. That's it for her turn.
All right. So the two southern ones are no longer stunned.
They are no longer stunned.
All right. As Billy and Billy Ray both are no longer stunned, we are going to use a legendary action from Lady Ilmero, and that is going to be a paralyzing claw on Amer Shestina. And Amer, this will be with disadvantage because you have protection from good and evil, correct?
Correct.
All right. So the 17 should miss you, I believe.
Yep, he dodges.
Okay.
It's
Test
like,
your divinity.
oh!
Okay, well, Testadinidae sees that the party Beyblade is not quite tearing into this like he should. And so he points an accusatory claw and says, "You buff, we buff, debuff." And casts Dispel Magic at 5th level.
Okay. And what are you targeting, just to make sure?
Lady Elmaro.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, goodness. I do not want to be dispelled, obviously. So, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to cast a spell. Is there any reaction to me casting my spell?
I'm gonna subtly counterspell that.
All right. I need you to roll your charisma check.
Okay.
I need you to beat a 16.
Where's my key?
Oh, good thing didn't cast. Okay, hold on.
1.
I've got a +5 to this.
Correct.
I believe in you.
Oh, good grief.
Unfortunately,
You let me down.
the 6th level counter spell washes across Testudinidae. Your spell fizzles. But it does consume her reaction.
And a 6th level slot.
Well, Testadinidae says, "Well, I would compliment your tactics, but phylactery will get me nowhere."
Anything else, sir?
No.
At the end of your turn, I will use a second legendary action to use a paralyzing claw on Amer Shestina, because she knows that it doesn't work on Ricard. So, the paralyzing claw, Amer. An 18 to strike you, sir.
He's just kind of like, he ducks under that one and goes, "When's the last time you washed your hands?"
I'd like to wash them in your blood.
Oh, yeah, so would many.
Echo Rex, what would you like to do, sir?
Yeah, I think Echo is going to speak over the walkie-talkie. Hey guys, I think we've been tripped here. Regan Fang is in no danger as long as he's in the force cage. I think to make this a real challenge and to actually meet the criteria of the challenge, I'm going to have to dispel the fourth cage. So he's going to do that. Echo's going to dispel the force cage.
Please roll an Arcana check before you do this.
Okay. What's that for?
Yeah, it's to let you know that Dispel Magic doesn't work on Force Cage, and you would know that.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
But Disintegrate does, doesn't it?
Affirmative.
Yep.
So he'll do a disintegrate on the force cage.
All right.
Won't threatening Fang get all the big snaky boys and horny boys involved?
Well, if we threaten him, but taking down the cage, I don't know that that's really a threat on him. I don't know.
So the force cage will fade because it cannot dodge a disintegrate.
Okay. Hold on. Let me mark this off.
We do technically have to threaten him after the fight.
Yeah, I
And-
think so.
So
And
like
she's-
maybe
and she's-
maybe she had some sort of plan where she comes back before the force cage goes away completely, and then he's like, "Aha! That fight's not over," or something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking something along those lines.
Yeah.
And then Semi Echo is going to dispel magic on her at the 5th level.
Okay. Cool. So you're going to do it at the 5th level. All right. And she does not have her reaction anymore. She used that. So, at the moment, you would need to... I need to find out what level that spell is. Here it is. Invulnerability. What level is this?
Yeah.
Invulnerability is a 9th level spell. So
But
in
that's
order to
full
get rid-
invulnerability. The potion is only half, right? Something like that?
No, the potion's the same.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So I need the other Echo to roll a charisma check of a DC 19 to get rid of her potion.
19.
Come on, baby.
Yeah. He can do it. I just don't know if he's going to. Well,
Right.
stupid thing didn't. I keep forgetting it's not going to roll for me.
Yeah, I keep pressing the buttons like a dumb ape.
It's just
Like yeah.
so frustrating. I've got a +5 to this.
What? Why button no work?
That is
Yeah,
a
that's
17.
me.
Unfortunately,
And
you're
he's going to spend a sorcery point to reroll that.
gonna re-roll it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, that
Yeah,
doesn't
this is
work.
This is just a cow. We're all rolling like shit. Like
Man. Okay. All right, that's getting
Oh, I gotta-
motivating.
All right.
Spin that, and then he's going to use. He's going to quicken
Okay.
an Eldritch Blast,
Okay.
and
And this is copy echo, correct?
yeah. Should be 4 of these.
All right. So he does have advantage, so we'll count the first 2 rolls as the first roll.
Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be rolling at advantage, but
All good. So the 23 would have hit, and the 20 would have hit.
okay. And he gets 4 of these.
Okay. That's a critical strike.
oh, I gotta put a timer for empty
All
Is
right.
body.
that 4 hits? Okay.
That's 4 hits. Yes, sir. So it's 3 hits and a crit.
Should be a total of 30, 39, 45.
Okay, so it's
Force
13
damage.
plus 9 would be 22 damage because of her resistance still up there.
Echo is going to also quicken an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Here we go. See if I can.
Okay.
It won't roll. I wish it would roll with advantage.
I will tell you that one of our players, Dan, has sent the corrected code out,
Yep.
and it's been approved. They're just trying to get it to the browsers. So hopefully this will.
Um,
So that will hit. That will hit.
and I've got a miss. Oh,
Yep.
now it does it. That's weird.
Yep. All right. So 3 hits.
So that should be 29.
All right. So 9 plus 5. So 9
Yep.
plus 5 is 14.
And Echo's done.
All right. At the end of Echo's turn, I will use my 3rd legendary action and try to hit Amor Justina with my paralyzing claw. Whack.
Can't touch the blonde bastard from beyond.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Ricard.
Okay, quick mechanical question here. With Star Shatterer, I inflict vulnerability to slashing and piercing damage on a crit. Does that count for the damage of that hit?
No.
No, the next any subsequent until the end of your next turn, I believe.
Yep. Okay, understood.
Also, you automatically hit with Star Shatter afterwards, which is pretty disgusting.
Yeah, AC reduced to 0 against my attacks. Fucking crazy. Okay, Ricard's gonna move right here, and he cannot misdirect her because she has already used her reaction, but he is going to start swinging away.
And for the record, you do still have to swing. You can get an out one.
Yeah, so you theoretically
Yeah.
can still miss.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wait. Oh yeah. Yeah. Advantage. That's right.
So that's going to deal 11 damage on the first one. Cut down to 5.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. So the first critical strike would have been 18 plus 5. So 23 cut in half to 11. And now she is vulnerable to slashing damage when you deal the second critical strike. So this one is going to be 18 plus 3, so that's 21, so you dealt 42 damage with that strike.
That's on the second one?
Yes.
Okay, on the third one after...
Sorry, the first one was 5 damage. The second one did not get the bonus damage yet. That was still resisted. The third strike was 42 damage because she's now vulnerable to slashing and piercing damage.
Okay, perfect. And with the third strike, after she's been vulnerable, he is going to find a weak spot and pierce into her and twist and use his blindside feature to add 96 damage to that attack.
Okay.
Fucking A.
All right. So that was the critical strike that you added on the last one, correct?
Yep, so that would be 52, and then I guess halved by resistance or whatever.
No, she's vulnerable because that's part of the critical strike.
Oh, right.
So 52 plus 26 would be 78. 78 doubled would be 156 damage.
Fucking A.
Yeah, I'll
There
take
we
it.
go.
Did I do that math right?
I have no idea. Math is complicated, man.
Okay.
Eric, I am willing to give you 5 minutes to figure out if that math is right.
Yeah.
52.
We'll just sit here in silence and dead air.
Yeah, 52 plus
Sounded
26 is 28. I'm sorry, 78. 78 doubled. Yeah, 156. I got that right.
Okay, let's go ahead and do an action surge. And do it
That's
again.
not necessary. You critically missed.
Look at these stats! What the fuck?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh, wait, so the third one still hits because you have advantage.
Correct.
But...
The second and third
Yeah.
one do hit, yes. However,
Wow.
the first one, even with the Star Shatter reducing your AC to 0 against your attacks, you still missed with advantage, sir. Wow.
That swing and a miss is he's like feeling the grittiness from the sand where he fell on his ass in the desert earlier, and it's like just kind of throws him off a little bit.
Oh, man. We were just talking about that.
Aimer leans over the other side of Amaro and goes, "That may be the worst sword swing I've ever seen in my life."
Yeah, don't rub it in.
Oh yeah,
It's a
it's
0.
yeah. The high off that huge hit, and then he's just he
Yeah.
let it go. He let it get to his head, and then he just
Exactly.
fucked it up.
All right, but the second swing, he's going to deal 26 damage because she's vulnerable. And then the third swing, you do have advantage on that one. That one also does 36 damage.
Okay,
All right.
that'll be it for my turn.
Is that enough?
I think so, yeah. I
Okay.
think Aimer can probably finish it off.
All right. Cool.
Probably pushes the boss all the way into phase 2.
Well, close. The fossil cryptics are
Bring
going
it.
to take their turn. And we're going to provoke an opportunity attack from Sweet August Rose. Would you like to take it, sir?
Absolutely. Well, does it look like it's just trying to flank me, or is it trying to get it like towards my
It's
friends?
not paying attention to you at all.
Yeah, I don't want them to interfere, so I will take that attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Wait, does casting does it work on every turn, or is it out of turn, or is it every round? I believe it's every round. Yeah, because if it was every turn, like a rogues
Right.
would be going nuts with it. So yeah, it's every round, so it doesn't matter. She will use actually she has Valerian in her other hand. She'll use that one. So let me type it in. Roll d20. Roll 1 d20 plus 12. Ah, crit.
Nice.
So that is going to be 1d10 plus 6. So 16 plus whatever I roll, I think, or is it 10 plus whatever I roll?
It's 16 plus whatever you roll.
Okay, so damage is roll 1d10 plus 6.
Yeah, we don't add the 6 again, but
Yeah.
so it's 16 plus 8, so total
There you go.
24 damage.
All right. And she is going to put a stunning strike on that because she doesn't want him to get away.
Okay. So his Constitution saving throw is going to result in a 22.
He fails.
He is stunned. At which point the other guy
Hit me.
is going to move past to
Boo.
here. Where I'm going to move just like so I don't provoke opportunity attacks from Ricard. And it's going to dash. And as it dashes, it's going to grab a hold of Lady Ilmaro and pull her away 15 feet to there.
That's pretty smart.
That's not far enough.
I know it's not far enough, but that's all they've got.
Yeah, Brennan is yeah, this whole room was within Brennan's range. He's like a JoJo character. You're still within my range.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all they are able to do because they don't get legendary actions. All right, Aimer.
I drank a potion of advantage. I have one on my belt at all times for such events.
He really wants that crit.
He really
Oh,
wants
she's
to
done.
For sure.
Yeah, he
No.
knows
It's the sneak
the
attack.
kill steal machine. Here he comes.
Yeah, snake attack for sure.
It's sneak attack because I.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm going to leave my hands up in the air here, but it would be hilarious. You know what would be hilarious?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If he gets the double ones,
The
if he gets the
triple
double
ones?
ones, I believe we
Triple?
need to forfeit the game.
Triple ones.
Yeah,
You know the odds on that?
it would be. Whoa, Jesus!
What the fuck? Why do you gotta test the gods like that, guys?
I'm doing blade damage though of 5. I rolled.
Oh, goodness.
The wizard,
Wow.
wizard coast, they're doing something
Yeah.
to us. That's crazy.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
you need to clip all these last
Goodness, no kidding.
five rolls, Eric, because this is
Yeah.
nuts.
That's gross.
It's still
All right.
thankfully
We've been
100
terrible
and
tonight.
112?
112 damage.
All right. 112 damage leaves her with 12 hit points.
Oh no! What guys? What do I do?
Let me get the kill.
I also action surge.
Oh no! Do you really?
Yeah, I have action surge.
Oh, that's okay.
But
am I the only single class character?
Yes.
Aimer has
Except for
4
Disney.
class.
Well, yeah, except for Rickard and Testu, yeah.
Aimer has 4. In fact, no one has made multi classes. So.
That's
Or
Yeah,
class,
nice.
Jesus.
Well, you said 14, Eric?
A 14 will not hit.
No, a bunch of HP.
A 12.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna still roll. We'll go. No roll. Come on, guys. Any big money here?
3 ones. I just want to see it because, like, at this point, like, it needs to
So this one
happen.
doesn't have advantage.
Oh yeah.
But
It's a
you will
20
hit. And how are we ending Lady Ilmaro?
Aimer will hit her once, and then as she's kind of staggering from that, he goes, you really shouldn't have ignored me. As he just lops, like, her leg off and just kind of turn around from his first slice. He just kind of swings around again and just lops her, like, kind of straight at the hips in half.
Awesome. As the two halves of Lady Ilmaro hit the floor, they knit back together, and she gives you the finger. I'm not done yet.
Yeah. Figured
She's
as much.
at 1 hit point.
Oh, she has Death Ward. Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh. Well,
That's probably what we were trying to dispel earlier.
No, you guys were trying to dispel other things.
Yeah.
But
I was
Oh,
trying to
trying to
get
dispel
the, yeah, I was
anything
trying to
she
get the
had.
vulnerability.
no. All right. Amer, she flips you off.
hold on. I gotta see if I have anything at all here. I don't think I do because I moved.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't. Some surge. Bonus action needs a potion. Yeah, no, I'm out of everything.
All
Yeah,
right.
she's the lich bitch, man. She ruined your moment. Just out of spite.
Brennan, you don't have to shoot, man. She's down. You've won. All you've got to do is let her go, and everything will be fine.
Amer just shouts, Brennan!
Yeah, Brennan, because we're gonna attack other stuff in here anyway, and he already has flame arrow up. He's just gonna go ahead and put Hunter's Mark on her,
Okay,
just because we're gonna use it anyway.
sure.
But disrespect.
That's exactly how it should
This
be.
does piercing damage, guys.
Yeah, so it's vulnerable
Yeah,
too.
she's.
Oh, no. Okay.
Please tell me he was using a arrow
well,
slang.
Of course he
No,
is.
Please, I just want to see the big number.
I don't want to lie. I wasn't going to.
Oh, okay.
All right.
that's-
But you weren't satisfied with this with massacring the Sturges for big numbers?
All right,
Wow.
sir.
Well, the big single
So,
target number, yeah.
That's going to be 17. 17 plus 24 would be 41. 41 plus 10 is 51. 51 plus 15. 51 plus 15 would be 67? Sorry?
Yeah, that's just a normal shot.
Plus
Yeah.
7. So that would be 64, right? Yeah, 64 plus 7 would be 71. 71 plus 11 is 82. So Brennan will hit for 164 damage.
Nice.
She had one hit
He
point.
didn't use the arrow
damage.
sliding.
Yeah.
No,
Brennan just did what I've been trying to do this whole time. Just crit the Star Shatterer up.
And
I mean, if you crit any harder, she might have had a stack underflow and pop back to full health.
Yeah.
Lady Ilmaro will dissipate and disincorporate as you
Last thing
guys
she sees is Amer giving her the fingers back.
as you guys have successfully defeated her. Anything else you'd like to do, Brennan?
yeah. Brennan's gonna move. Gonna move up here. That's all.
Okay,
As she's fading, can I shout something?
sure.
So as Lady Elmara is fading from this arena, and Tezude has one more in the chamber, he goes out and shouts it out, says, I hear liches hide their phylactery in tombs behind a mathematical puzzle. It's a process called encryption.
I think she only heard I think she only heard like the first 2 words of that.
Yeah.
Though. Like,
All right.
you just hears I hear, and then she's in that lava place.
So, Sweet August
Brendan will
Rose?
say, let Brendan say, Brendan's gonna say, calm down, everyone. The hunt's not over yet.
Sweet August
Oh,
Rose.
Well, Rose is one. She's invisible right now, so she's going to end empty body. So let me just it doesn't say you can end it early. Well, she's going to walk up to Fang and she's just going to say, I don't know if you can see me right now, but I'm pointing my sword at you, and I believe this qualifies as a threat to your rule.
It does. I yield. Will you accept my surrender?
I accept it on behalf of Rickard von Karth.
Very well. Let it be known that Rickard von Karth has invalidated the pact between myself and Demon Lord Mekahudi. I'll put that in chat for you guys because someone's asking. I am no longer ruler of South Cove. The throne is available to be claimed by the next available person. I recommend that Rickard von Karth be chosen as my successor. but I do not require it.
Yeah. One like Horgus Borgus, just comes over and sits on the throne.
It's force
I
cage.
choose
on Aemon.
Kevin. No.
No, it's Gordo. Gordo is the new leader of Southgard.
Yeah.
All right, so he's going to step off the throne unless anyone's going to do anything to him.
He's not gonna stop him. She'll even help him. Well, she's invisible, so he can't. I don't know if he can see her or not. But
Yeah. Did he just walk face first into the force cage?
No?
well, it was
Disintegrate
disintegrated. Yeah.
Nah, it's
Oh, you
disabled.
disintegrated. Yeah, you're right. All right.
All right.
Are we still in initiative order, Eric?
I'm going to go through and just check to make sure no one's doing anything that we don't expect. So, anything else, Miss Rose?
No, she. Like I said, if he wants like a hand down, stepping down from the throne, she'll offer it. But
You can't see it.
so she's just waiting there, and she is going to hold her action in case anyone gets some ideas of sitting on that throne.
Okay. Testudinidae?
Well, Toshizune got that last one out of the chamber, so he's satisfied.
Echo Rex?
Yeah, I think Echo and the Simulacrum are going to hold their action, same as Rose.
Okay.
Just in case somebody gets stupid.
Ricard von Karth?
He will make his way towards the throne.
Okay. As he's doing that, Aimer, anything you would be
You-
doing?
Aimer is pilfering the ashes of the corpse.
Okay. You have
Ricard will say to Fang,
dirt on your hands.
enjoy your retirement.
Thank you. Remember our deal as far as the estate?
Of course.
yeah.
Thank you. Pleasure doing business with you. And he's going to start walking out. And he's going to give you guys a wide berth as he goes by to not provoke any opportunity attacks.
Oh, does he want his axe? Because isn't it like in the middle of the room?
He will not take it.
Oh.
He's leaving that life behind.
All right. So, and lastly, Aimer's got ashes. Brennan, anything else?
No, he was just holding his axe, looking around sternly.
Very well. So, you are now
Well,
ruler of South Cove, Ricard. Congratulations.
Yeah, Ricard's just sits in the throne, kind of closes his eyes and feels the chair beneath him.
And I can't think of a better spot for us to end for the night, other than the
Well-
successful takeover of Ricard von Karth of South Cove.
Toshizune would like to propose a course of action for the group.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
going to say, well, it seems that all that's now is a coronation ceremony, but before that, we've got another, 22 hours of poison immunity? I think we better go put that to the test.
I told you you were really wise, Testu, and you keep on living up to it.
Are we gonna drink until we can't feel feelings anymore?
Yes. Because now we get to drink on the King's tab.
All right.
We should identify that act.
So technically, Brennan's been doing that, but
You're going to try to identify the axe?
So yeah, we need to cast this spell at a distance, though. I don't think we want to touch that. Aimer, I think you can do that, right? You can cast with. Have you got Mage Hand?
I do.
Can't you cast with Mage Hand?
I mean, I can be in your aura and cast it. Just walk up to it.
Oh, okay.
So then Aimer in the aura will cast Identify.
Okay. I don't have the axe written down for you guys, but what I'll do is I'll have that ready for you for next week. Is that fair?
Yeah, fair enough.
We're worried. We're just the main thing I'm worried about is if there's a curse on it that has something to do with the city of South Cove.
There
So,
is an effect on it that is related to South Cove. It's not a curse, but rather an effect. And it's nothing that's threatening you guys. It is something related to being here that gives it a bonus. It's a localized thing.
Very cool.
So, all right, guys. Good job defeating Lady Ilmarrow. You guys did amazingly well there. Getting the critical strike with Star Shatterer was a huge deal.
Jesus.
And
That was almost ridiculous.
yes,
We were rolling terrible. Yeah, until we started rolling good.
Yeah.
And I think Echo and Hesinde both had like a ton of magic in the chamber waiting for phase 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the other thing is, Emer was sitting by just waiting to mage slay. So like,
So as soon as we got the invulnerability potion of invulnerability down, I was going to start unleashing scorching rays at like 8th level. It'd have been ugly, but we never got it down. We just did it the hard way.
Yeah, you guys are really powerful guys.
Oh yeah.
Facing off against this type of entity is, something that you guys are very good at and you guys are built for.
The Hero's Feast came in handy with the fear immunity.
The fear immunity was huge. The fact that you guys were playing smart, you guys got the additional hit points. The aid spell prevented her from doing mass powered kill.
Yep.
Because nobody dropped below 100 hit points. The moment you guys drop below 100 hit points, you're dead.
Yeah.
I've been there before.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to have to fight. I thought we had to fight everything in the room.
No, that was the deal that you guys
made. I can understand your caution, yeah.
Yeah, you guys made the deal that you did not have to, which is very beneficial because the 2 snakes are dire purple worms.
Dire purple worms. Okay.
Oh my!
I didn't know those existed.
Brennan would have been down.
Yeah. Yeah, they essentially swallow you and it's over.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, Rose. I remember the last time we ran into one. It was just a normal purple worm.
Yeah. So the fact that you guys did the challenge through the political process that you guys did allowed you guys to not have to fight Regan Fang in the thing, not involve his guards or the serpents or the 200 guards that are outside. After the session, if you guys want to stick around, I will actually turn off the lighting. I didn't put all the guards on there because when I did it, it lagged out my computer, and my computer's got a ton of RAM. So I didn't put all the guards on, but I'll show you guys the palace if you guys would like. We will come back next week for the next episode of the Spirits End Fellowship.